shall appear from a far eastern land across the sea. A young man who has yet to know his potential. This potential is a power that could either destroy him or realize his will. His courage shall determine his fate. The path he must traverse, fraught with adversity, I await whilst praying. For this destiny predetermined since ancient times. A pitch-black night unfolds with the morning star as its only light. And thus the saga begins.
We haven't hit levels like that in quite a while. Let's see what I can do.
He shall appear from a far eastern land across the sea. A young man who has yet to know his potential. This potential is a power that could either destroy him or realize his will. His courage shall determine his fate.
Hello? Oh boy, hold on. What the fuck is this? Oh, there we go. Hello, people. Welcome back to the Chad Marco Friday night live stream. I'm a little late because I forgot to charge my PS4 controller, and so I said, okay, I'll charge it because you know, just my setup just isn't look. I don't feel like using a wire. I'll put it like that. That's why I'm like an hour late. Later than I wanted to be anyway. But we're here. We're back. How you guys doing? This is the Chad Marco video game stream. As always, the video game streams will be taken down from the music channel and uploaded to the gaming channel. If you're wondering why they disappear, that's why. So want to keep up with these, make sure you subscribe to the gaming channel and like this video, leave a comment, and donate all your money to me. So let's get into this. So I think a few months ago, maybe over a year ago, I did a Shenmue stream, and ever since then I've wanted to stream this game again. And this is the save file, I believe, right here. I think this is exactly where we left off all those months ago. It was such a comfortable stream. I just said, oh God, I gotta do that again. Let me adjust this mic real quick. Another day. Tattoo parlor location. Let's do it. Dum, 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 dum.
Today's allowance.
Oh, his daily allowance that I can waste on capsule toys. Oh, I can fast travel now. Fast traveling is for losers. We all know that. Haozuki residence. This game it's got to be a trip for somebody who's never played this before. Like, what the hell is going on?
Fuxan. Yeah. I heard there's a tattoo parlor in Dobuita. Do you know of it?
A tattoo parlor? I've seen a lot of guys with tattoos, but I don't know where they get them.
Do you have any friends who might know?
No, sorry.
I don't think he
Wait,
has friends at all.
Akemi just might know something.
Akemi? At Yokosuka Bar?
Sure, all the regulars there are locals. I'll go by there tonight and ask.
Don't worry about it. I'll stop by there next time I'm down there.
Oh well, if you're sure.
I think he has a crush on Akemi. Actually. What was it? Yosuka? Yos. See, a word like that, I would pronounce it Yokosuka. But he said Yosuka. Yosuka Bar. Akemi should know. That's a cute name, Akemi. Akemi. Wow. Akemi. Let's go. I love the attention to detail here. Notice when you walk on the grass, it sounds like running over grass. But when you run over these stone tiles, it sounds like running on stone tiles. Listen to it. That's amazing. That's an amazing level of attention to detail. I mean, now stuff like that isn't amazing, but things like that is why Shenmue is still held in such high regard to this day. But I think it's one of those games where you had to play it at the time to really appreciate it. Now it doesn't seem as amazing because, you know, open world games that allow you to interact with the world aren't necessarily rare anymore like they were back in this time. When this came out, it was what, the year 2000? You just didn't have games like this. And even now you don't have a lot of games like this, but you have a lot of games that have, you know, open worlds and will allow you to interact with. So some of the things in this game now aren't as amazing as it was at the time, but I was there, man. I was there. I might have played this game around, it had to be from around like 2005, 2006 or something like that. Somewhere around that time. I would say anywhere from like 2005 to 8. That had to be the time when I played it. No, I said about 2005, somewhere around 2005. Yeah, I was pretty young. I think I was playing this before I even got into high school. But it's a special kind of game. That's really why I wanted to come back and do another stream of it. I can't think of a more comfy game to stream than Shenmue. Oh, look at these ruffians. Boom, 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 boom.
What is it, kid?
I need to ask you something.
Forget it!
You back
Who the
on
hell do
me?
you think you're talking to? You frontin' with me?
I always thought he said you backmouth me. He said you
I've
friends
got
with
a
me.
question for you.
I got nothing to say. I will hurt you.
I think those guys are Yakuza or something of the sort. We won't bother them anymore. We got to figure out where this tattoo parlor is. But really, I already know where it's at. I have a good idea. Oh, we got to stop and talk. Always got to talk to Tom.
Tom,
Hi-yo.
do you know of any tattoo parlors around here?
Rio, are you getting a tattoo?
I'm looking for someone.
Sorry, I don't know of any tattoo parlors, man.
Really?
Oh. I wonder if that bar is open yet. Oh, let me check the Tomato Mart. I gotta see if they got my my favorite album out yet. Which ones do I have so far? Let me see. Oh, hold up. So I must have bought these on the last stream then. But yeah, let me check the cassettes. What do we got here? Linda Go-Go Flower. Damn. They ain't got my man. Oh wait. Well, hold on. Back up. Back up. You telling me I didn't? So, all right. These must have just came out then, because I would have definitely bought Hippie Hop. You gotta have this classic album.
Hey,
The classic album, bro. I think I get a ticket too. Draw a ticket. I play this game too much.
No prize.
Damn.
Bummer.
Better luck next time. Hey man, we're cool. Can I just... Let me just dig for another one. Heartbeats. The funny thing about this cassette cover is that it has a picture of Mark, who works at the harbor. Is he a musician or something, or was he just used for the album cover?
Hey man, this. Draw a ticket. Fifth prize.
Oh, okay. Oh, great.
Here you go.
You get a random
Have a
capsule
good
tour.
one, man.
Oh, nice. That's not bad. Not like I can do anything
Thanks,
with
man.
it, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't mind. Let's see. Like a Feeling. We're gonna listen to these too. Later on though, we gotta make sure we make some progress.
Hey man, this.
I love playing this game. We're in here buying cassette tapes. Why don't you just grab all
Draw a
four?
ticket.
Rio, wasn't it Rio? Okay, yeah, I get them mixed up. They're both boring.
No prize.
Man,
Bummer.
look at those
Better luck
fingernail
next time.
textures. Okay. Tired Song. The Feel Tired Song. I'm waiting for Boz Knob though.
Hey man.
That's my favorite. Maybe even over Hippie Hop.
Draw a ticket.
I love that track. Let me see here. Dig.
Fifth prize.
Dubs the Wizard, welcome to the
Here you go.
stream. Chad,
Have a good
Quavo's
one, man.
bodyguard shot takeoff. So they've confirmed it? I've been waiting for a confirmation. So it just confirmed. They know for sure that it was.
Thanks,
I
man.
mean, I knew that was always, you know, that was the rumor that was floating around, was that it was Friendly Fire that killed Takeoff. But it was just a rumor, so I wasn't sure. But that was the prevailing rumor since he got killed, was that it was Friendly Fire and that it was somebody on their side that shot the fatal blow. The fatal shot that took his life, and then the other side simply retaliated. But again, at the time, it was just a rumor, so I wasn't sure. But yeah, that's what I kept hearing. That's what I kept hearing over and over again. So I'm not really surprised You know, I've just been waiting for some confirmation. Whenever rappers die like this, you don't really feel at ease about it until you get that official, you know, police report or there's an arrest made, and you just, you know, you kind of just want to know what really happened. Rumors aren't enough to go on. I mean, look at what happened with Tupac. All those years of rumors and rumors and rumors almost like drove people nuts, claiming he's alive in Jamaica or somewhere. You know, you gotta have that closure. You know, and the crazy thing about like Tupac and Biggie, by this point, especially with Tupac, like it's well known who shot and killed him, but because of that long period of time of it not being common knowledge, you know, a lot of those rumors still persist to this day. I was talking to my this is the tattoo parlor, by the way. I was talking to my niece because out of nowhere she has this fascination with Tupac because she watched the All Eyes on Me movie, and she said that she still thinks Tupac is alive. But that's what happens when you don't get that closure. And people still argue over who killed Biggie, even though it's, you know, that there's a pretty good idea of who did it that floats around, but it's not nearly as as accurate as the knowledge of who killed Tupac. But that's what I'm saying. It's like you want that real closure, that final police report, you know, that arrest to be made, and then it's like, okay, that's what happened. But yeah, I had already been hearing the rumors, so I'm not too surprised. But that's crazy, man. that's absolutely crazy that he died because of friendly fire. It was friendly fire that did it. But you know, that's the problem with not having professional security. You know, if I were famous and had a lot of money, I'm not relying on my homeboys to protect me. I don't even have homeboys.
Really rare stuff.
I don't even have homeboys anymore.
What kind of stuff?
Top quality Navy coats and some radical survival gear. There is a lot of fake stuff circulating these days, but we only stock the real thing.
I see.
The Migos is ripped. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the unfortunate thing about it. Other than him losing his life at such an early age and after finding so much success, being a part of the not just the biggest hip hop group of our generation. I mean, let's give them the credit that they deserve. Migos is the biggest, most important rap group of this generation, bar none. And not only in terms of quality of music and popularity and success, but they've been one of the most influential groups since Bone Thugs and Harmony. If we're being real about it, they've been one of the most influential in terms of like styles. I mean, there are times when I'm writing my songs and sometimes I be like, man, like this is cool, but my flow is too, it sounds too much like the Migos. And you know, it's not because I ever tried to copy them or anything. It's just that, you know, I think they really perfected the most balanced way of rapping fast and rapidly. Well, not necessarily fast, but that rapid flow style, I think they perfected the most balanced way of doing it. And it's hard. It's really hard. It's hard not to rap that way nowadays. It's tough, especially myself, because, you know, my influence was always Bone Thugs and Harmony, and their thing was rapping fast, but their style of rapping fast was much different from the Migos. Theirs wasn't as balanced. I would say overall it's more impressive and harder to replicate. But the beauty of the Migos style is that I feel like really it's a simplified version of what Bone Thugs did, really. Not the harmony side of it, but the rapid flow that they had. Migos has a more simplified, easier to replicate version of that. And it's hard. It's hard not to rap like that now. It really is. It's hard. I would say most rappers in some way have been influenced by that style. And that's why they deserve so much credit. But with Takeoff having been killed, it's like there is no more Migos reunion, you know? It's kind of like with TLC. I'm running around trying to figure out who I can ask about a damn tattoo parlor. None of these people look like they would know.
Hey.
Hey, mister! You want to wrestle?
Sorry, maybe later, okay?
But now that Takeoff is going, like, there's no more potential for a reunion. And the thing about it, Quavo and Offset were already beefing because Offset allegedly had sex with his ex-girlfriend.
Excuse me.
Yo.
Got a minute?
Sorry.
I see.
That's why the last project they put out was just Quavo and Takeoff. Offset wasn't even on the last project. And I've heard somebody say that Takeoff at this point could be considered to be the glue that held everything together. So with him dead,
Excuse me.
what
Hey, what can I do for you?
what hope is there
How's
for
business?
Quavo and Offset
I don't get as many
to
customers
come together
as I
and
got
do
my own plate.
significant projects together
Hang in
anymore?
there.
I'm not saying that they wouldn't, but with them having already been beefing, and remember, Takeoff and Quavo are family. Quavo is Takeoff's uncle. So with Takeoff dead, man, this is such a significant blow to hip hop. I think that we're so caught up in the tragedy of his death, and don't get me wrong, that's important. But as far as the art, the music, the craft, this is devastating. It's really devastating because how are you gonna do those? They have so many. They got hits. They got hit songs. So many street bangers, street hits, chart hits. And how do you perform those now without Takeoff?
Kurita-san.
Got lots of good stuff. Come over and have a look.
Next time.
I keep talking to this guy because he looked like he would know about tattoos. Who the hell would know about tattoos around here? I know where it's at, but I got to get the right information from the right person. Maybe I should go to that Yakuza place. I poured an eighth in a liter of Faygo. Isn't Faygo that goy slop? That goy slop liquid drink?
Excuse me. I want to ask you something.
Huh? Shut the hell up. Who in the hell are you, huh? You don't shut the hell up, I'll make you wish you had.
Asking this guy.
I traded my Porsche
Sorry,
928 for a
it's okay.
2005 Lotus Elise. It's got half the mileage and it's a lot more modern looking. I feel like I can actually have some bitches up in my ride now. You got a Porsche? Let me find out. I just wish my truck had a working CD player or at least a Bluetooth radio or something. These are the Yakuza, by the way.
Got a minute?
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Hey, look, I don't mind you not being polite, but you can't just stroll in here whenever you feel like it. Do I have to tell you what kind of place this is?
No. I want to ask you something.
Listen up, kid. I don't know why you're in such a hurry, but never stray from yourself.
Yes, sir.
That's all I gotta say for now.
I love that. Never stray from yourself. That's all I gotta say. Words of wisdom, man. Always stay true to who you are. Words of wisdom. We got words of wisdom from the Yakuza guys. I'm looking for a tattoo parlor. And I know where it's at, but I can't, you know, I gotta talk to the right person to, you know, it's that kind of type of game, but maybe I just gotta wait for that bar to open. I might just wait for that bar to open, dude. Cause I already got a lead, but I could have sworn you can get a lead earlier than that though. So I'm not even sure. When rich girls see a classic at my school, they roll their eyes and think broke boy. When they see my Lotus, all the girls point and turns heads. Probably because people think it's more expensive. Damn, dude. It's amazing how superficial people are, man. It's amazing. I think Bilal was talking to me about that on the Discord a few days ago. Talking about how, you know, women switch up when you get money, and you know, I totally agree. I get what he was saying, but you know, he was talking about it in relation to my situation, and I just don't think that's anything worth saying, because you know, that's nothing unique to me. You know, that's if anybody you start making a lot more money and get some status or whatever, then it'll open the doors as far as female attention. So you're not really saying much with that.
It looks like I can practice here. Think I'll warm up a bit.
We might as well.
I'll lose my edge if I don't practice.
Might as well practice some moves, I guess. Oh, the most basic blow. Yeah, let's do some training. This is Shenmue, people. This is Shenmue. I know that my truck isn't amazing. I got a dusty. What is it? It's what the hell is that damn thing? I forgot the name of it. It's a truck. I forgot the name of it. It's like a 2005 or something like that. But I thought maybe, you know, riding around would, you know, give me a bit more clout with the hose. But I haven't noticed any. I haven't noticed anything. But again, my vehicle is a dusty old 2005 truck. But I guess you gotta have a fancy car to actually get attention from women, just based off of the fact that you have a car. So,
excuse me.
Stay the hell away from me.
God damn, these people are rude. Yeah, I guess the car has to be fancy. It can't be just some hand-me-down truck from your mom. I'm pretty sure she would know.
Rico,
Yo,
what are you up to?
I was just thinking, I wonder if Eddie is studying.
Worried about Eddie?
Yeah, a little.
I see. See you around.
See you later.
I think I'm just gonna have to wait until that goddamn bar opens. Is that literally what they're telling me? Is there a early morning, or I mean a early afternoon bar I can go to? I think there's a bar that opens kind of early though, somewhere, right? Linda's Snack Bar, Bob's Pizzeria. He wouldn't know shit about no tattoo. The tattoo parlor is right there. It's right there. Let me go there again. It's open now. Okay. Damn. Oh, this is a nice track right here.
Give me something tough, so no one will mess with me.
Yeah, like that schoolboy.
Shut up! He kicked your butt too. That schoolboy.
These guys are so immature. These grown ass men trying to fight a high school student.
It's him! I'm out of here!
Just
Are we
spineless
going for a
sacks of shit,
tattoo?
man.
I'm looking for a guy named Charlie.
He's over there. He's sleeping. Wouldn't wake him, unless you want to get hurt.
Wait, so I think on the previous stream, I might have already done what was necessary to get to this point and didn't realize it. So I didn't need to learn about the tattoo parlor. I think he already knew. Here we go.
What the?
The wrong one.
What do you want?
I want to know about the cartel.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Why do you want to know?
That's none of your business. Just tell me.
Okay, let me go. I'll tell you.
I'll tell you everything I know.
I'll arrange for you to meet some of them, okay?
Yeah, I know he.
You didn't need to rip my arm off.
Okay, so when?
Tomorrow at 3. Wait at the arcade.
I have your word.
Yeah.
You know what I'll do if you don't show.
He said you don't have to rip my arm off, but he literally tried to stab me as I approached him. But I will give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he's a gangster, and then you have this total stranger
Nozomi,
kind of running up
what are
on
you
you,
doing here?
just pulling the curtain back.
Class just got out,
You shouldn't be around here.
but I was looking for you.
Oh?
My friend said she saw you down here.
My dad says when I got my associate's degree, he would buy me a
Today we
brand
had
new
our
Porsche
college
Boxster. He'll let me
orientation.
customize it and everything
You
from the
were
ground
there.
up.
Yeah.
Have you decided where to go?
Y'all only got some big
Not
bucks
yet.
in the family.
But if I go, it'll have karate.
I've worn flashy designer clothes, jewelry, and lived a
About
life
time
of
you
privilege.
started
Never have I
studying for the
gained women's
entrance
sexual or
exams.
romantic attention for it. They don't care that I was
Yeah, I
born
know.
rich. Oh, that's
I'm worried about
damn.
you. Exams.
I'll
Damn.
be fine.
Ryo, I understand.
But I've
what
seen
you're going
pictures
through
of
with
you,
your father and all, but
Guy.
We can talk about it
And in my honest
later.
opinion,
Yeah. It's dangerous here.
you don't look
You
like
should
the
go
type
home.
of guy that girls would normally go for.
see you later.
And I say that with all due respect. You know, I you know, this is a place of truth and honesty here. And you know, I have no concern over matters like that other than observing. So I don't mean that as a personal attack. We don't judge each other based on shit like that here. But I'm just saying, I've seen the photo of you, and yeah, you don't look like that type of guy that would get attention from women based on your looks. You might be around a 4 out of 10 or so. I think you're short. From what I remember, you're short, kind of chubby, and that ain't a good combination. That ain't a good combination. But from what I understand, you lost a lot of weight. But still, though, I mean, Bilal talks like it's the quick fix for just about anyone. I think so to a certain extent too, but I don't know. Your experience seems to be different, so I don't know. But maybe it's because of your age. I believe you're young, around 20-ish, and you're in college, right? So I'm not gonna say girls your age don't care about money, but I think girls at that age their priority is good dick and genetics more than anything else. Women don't tend to prioritize money over everything until they get older. That's when they get to that point. You know, alpha fucks, beta bucks, that whole thing. I think women tend to prioritize the finances of a man like later on in life. Not that it's not important to young girls. That's not what I'm saying. But I think young girls they want both basically. I think younger girls they would like a guy who has money and designer clothes and whatnot. But I think they also want to be with a young guy who's handsome, fit, tall, big dicketed, big dicketed. That's a new term I just made up. But that's what I think. I think maybe it's because of you're at that age where girls they want good dick and good genetics basically. They're not at that desperate stage of I just need a provider. Cause despite all the nice things you might have, it's not like you're the only one. There are guys that look better than you, much better than you, that there are guys that look much better than you that also have what you have in terms of money and nice toys to play with. Is that something that you notice in your environment? If you're going to at the school you go to, is that something you notice? Are you noticing? Are you noticing that there are better looking guys than you who also have nice cars and things like that? Because that might that might be that might be why. Because I don't think a girl would choose a short, chubby dude with nice toys over tall, handsome, big dicketed, big dick thug nigga with nice toys. Ow, shit. These graphics are the shit for nights. No. This is a updated version of the game, so the graphics are better than they were. But for the time, it was good. But don't base it off of another. Don't base it off of this though, because this is the HD remaster, so to speak, of Shenmue. Shenmue 1 and 2, I should say.
Huh?
So the original Dreamcast version of this game doesn't look this good.
I should try again.
It doesn't look this good. But it does look good for its time. But to get a more accurate view of what this game looks like looked like at the time of its release in comparison to the games of that era, you would have to look at the original Dreamcast version, which I will say looked good. Don't get me wrong, but this is the HD version that was specifically released for PS4. So they updated and improved the graphics.
What? This again?
A fair amount, I should say. But this game cost a ton of money to develop.
Cool.
When it came, this game cost a ton of money to develop. That's why it looked so good for its time, because they pretty much invested an endless amount of money into it. They pushed the Dreamcast to its limits, basically.
I know this.
Polywolf, welcome to the stream.
Maybe I should get another.
This is one of the games where one crowd praises it for being an absolute gem, while the other crowd trashes it for being a dated piece of trash. Yeah, it can be a pretty divisive game in terms of how people feel about it, because it's a very unconventional. What is that? Oh, that's nice. I already got one of
What?
these, I think.
This again?
It's a very unconventional game.
Maybe I should get another. I'll pass.
Because I think this is a game. This is a game that, at its time, it was one of the few games that placed such an emphasis on realism. And so it's not this action-packed, over the top action game, which was the typical formula to make a game during that time, right? You know, a lot of action. Well, if you're talking about like action adventure games, that is, you know, a lot of action, a lot of fighting, magic, dragons, guns, right? All kinds of crazy movie type shit. Oh, let me avoid this guy. Fuck. He's gonna ask for money.
Hi.
How's it going?
What's wrong?
I'm so thirsty.
But this game
I want
it's
a
not like
drink,
that.
But I don't have any change.
This game tried to be as realistic as it possibly could. And because of that, it can
I'll buy
be
you one. What do you want?
perceived as being
You're
dull
really nice.
at times.
Thanks. What kind of drink do you recommend?
Let's see.
Because if you think about it, you know, this game is about basically it's about a karate kid trying to avenge the death of his father. So on one hand, you could take a story like that
Thanks a
and
lot.
make
You made my
a
day.
Devil May Cry type experience where it's just nonstop fighting
restaurant business?
in the streets of Japan,
A
right?
little.
Or even something like
You should
Yakuza.
come by again.
Right, Yakuza is a good
Enjoy
example
house
of
and
that other
special.
extreme where there's a lot of action
Please
to
give
the
my
point
regards
where
to
it's not even
Kyle-san.
realistic anymore. Right? You play
Sure
Yakuza
thing.
and you're
hi
fighting
for
every
you.
30 seconds. You know, you turn a corner and you're fighting 5 guys. You go down the street and you're
Okay,
fighting
I've
10
got
more
to
guys.
go.
You know, it's that
Got
type of
things
game.
to
And
do.
Okay,
in this
see ya.
game,
Thanks again.
you go entire days without fighting anybody, right? So a big part of the game is really just gathering clues and talking to people and trying to track down the murderer of your father. So in this game, there's so much emphasis on exploring, talking to people, gathering clues, and trying to figure things out. There are action sequences, there are QTE events, there are fights and whatnot, but not nearly as much as you would see in like your typical video game of this time. I think the only thing comparable to a game like this would be like those point and click adventure games that had an emphasis on you know, puzzle solving and whatnot, but obviously this is very different from that type of game anyway. I think I'll get something to drink. But I think the people who don't like this, they typically just tend to think it's boring because it's not a lot going on. As you can see, I'm at a vending machine drinking.
Yeah, a winning can.
But see, this game, I think it's about the little things. So right there, I just bought a drink, right? Not a big deal. But every now and then when you buy a drink, you get a golden can like that. And so I can take this to the store and get a free prize. And again, it doesn't sound like much, but
Good.
there are a lot of little things like that scattered throughout the game to just give you something to do when there's nothing to do. Like right now at this point in the game, I can't advance the story until tomorrow because I got to meet Charlie at the arcade at 3 p.m. tomorrow. So what do I do until then? You know, and so you got to figure that out. But I will say one thing about this game that I think is one of its weaknesses. There really isn't a lot to do in this game when you're not trying to advance the story. There are things like there's an arcade here. You have the capsule toys. You can practice your fighting. Every now and then you might get into a fight unexpectedly. You can train with Fukusan and spar with him. There are optional events that you can trigger that you could otherwise miss if you know, properly explore and do everything. You can buy stuff. You can, you know, there are things to do, but not like Yakuza. You know, that's one thing I will say. Yakuza does a much better job of providing the
looks like I
player
can practice here.
with
I
side
should work on my
content,
moves.
meaningful side content to do between the story bits. And this game, the side content just, it's really not that great, if I'm being completely
I
honest.
lose my edge if I don't practice.
But I think this game more than makes up for it with its overall realism and the attempt to create a realistic world that you can interact with. Because this game took it to a level like never seen before. Like, just for example, every NPC in this game is unique. Like there are no randomly generated, you know, common NPC. Like every NPC is a unique person that has a place of residence, and most of them you can find their apartment or where they live, and they all have a schedule. They have a job if they don't go to school. So every NPC in this game is unique. There are no just random guy, right, like random white t-shirt guy, number 27. Every NPC is unique. And the weather in this game is based on the exact weather that happened during the period that this game is based off of. So this game takes place in 1986, fall and winter. The weather is exactly what it was during that time in Japan. So the attention to detail is really ridiculous in this game. And so at face value, the game might seem dull, but when you get into it, when you play it, all those little things come together to make a unique, a very unique, special gaming experience, unlike what you'll get from a lot of other games. And that's why it's viewed that way as a gem. But I can't see why people wouldn't like it, because look what I'm doing now. I'm training this one move just to waste time until I go to the arcade tomorrow to advance the story. So I get it. There's not really a crowd that stand in the middle with this game. Yeah, that's, I would say that's exactly true. It's really a hate it or love it type of game. It is a hate it or love it type of game, and I'm definitely one of those who loved
That's
it.
enough.
I am really in the love it crowd. But as I said, it does have its weaknesses. I think looking back, the one thing that would have made it better, like I said, is it really should have had more. It should have had better side content to engage with outside of advancing the story. But in a weird way, it has it, but not in the way that you would think. It's not like with Yakuza where you can go like, okay, there's bowling and billiards and racing and then mahjong, right? All it's so many different, and then Yakuza has what's the other game? It has different mini games, like arcade games. Yakuza Like a Dragon had Virtual Fighter 4 or 5 in it in the arcade. Like, goddamn. And this game just doesn't really have that same amount of fun side content to engage with. But the world in of itself is just so interesting. Especially your first time getting into the game and trying to just figure out how everything works and getting to know the different people and whatnot. And like this guy here, right? Drunk salaryman. Look at him. Can I talk to him? I think he's wasted. I can't even talk to this guy. But yeah, I think a big part of the value of Shenmue is really the culmination of all the little things, the little attention to details, and when all those things come together and you recognize what they are and you pick up on them, I think that's what makes you appreciate it outside of advancing the story. Good dick. I'm 7.5 inches. Penis size doesn't matter, Chad. Never has. That's absolute bullshit. Just because you have you have a nice size penis, but if girls don't know, then it's not going to really do much for you. And on top of that, if you're unfortunate looking outside of that, girls might still reject you. You know, big dick is not going to be it's not always going to be enough
capsules.
To make girls just fall for you if you're unfortunate in every other area, you know.
I should buy one.
But for some, not saying that you are, but you know. But anybody that says size isn't important, you're out of your mind. You are naive, you are ignorant, or you're just willfully just don't want to believe the simple. I hate having to. God, I'm not gonna do it today. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. But I can't believe people still say some goofy shit like that. People still say that goofy ass shit. That is like, God, I can't wait for people but you know what? I've noticed a change. I've noticed more and more people acknowledging and accepting that size is important. So I'm definitely seeing a shift, and I think a lot of it has to do with social media and girls expressing their disdain for small penises openly, and how they praise well-endowed men, and the whole big dick energy and small dick. Come on, the truth is all around us. The truth is all around us, but I think we still have to deal with the remnants of the lies that have been told to us. You know, the motion of the ocean and all that shit. A lot of guys still believe in that bullshit, and a lot of women are ashamed to admit how superficial they are. I
promise to avenge you.
Wait a minute, is this? See, this is what I'm talking about right here.
Yo-san, let's spar for a bit.
This is what I'm talking about.
All right.
You go to the dojo, and then
let's go.
You get into a sparring match with the other students. Oh shit! But oh god! Oh, this leads me to the next bad thing about this game too. By the way,
son, I know.
Let me focus on winning though, because I don't want to lose to this guy. Shit! Fuck!
That was a good one.
Ooh. Oh, that's okay.
Ooh, ah. Whoa, whoa! Oh! How's that?
Ooh, okay, stand back. Oh, that hook. That right hook. Watch out. Oh, that right hook. Whoa, nice grab. Okay.
It's been a while since we practiced together. I feel much better now.
I used to always love doing that when I was a
You found
kid.
something? I've got a lead on the Chinese cartel.
Sometimes when you go to the dojo,
Killed Hazuki-sensei?
Fuku-san will spar with you.
I
And
know
so
it.
it's one of the few times, or it's one of the few ways in the game that you can initiate combat without it being a story event.
It's my
Or like a random event that you just happen to fight somebody in. Because there are a few battles that I think you can avoid if you don't trigger certain events. But for the most part,
feel
most of the
responsible.
battles happen in story events.
Don't worry about me.
And so sparring with Fuxan is one of the
Son,
few
Is that when you
ways.
started training?
It's one of the few ways you can actually like engage in combat
Please.
outside
I'm
of the
begging you,
story.
Please think it over. My mind is made up. I must go.
Unfortunately, it seems like there's a point in the game where it just doesn't happen anymore.
Ine-san, you overheard?
Please.
But
don't
for a while,
pursue
you
this,
can go there
Ine-san.
in the morning and
I
spar
have
with
to.
him.
Please step aside.
I'm begging you. Respect Hazuki-sensei.
I need to ask you a
will
serious
and look
question
after
regarding
the dojo.
racism. Yesterday, my friend
can't
came to
believe
my
my
house with a
father killed
backwood, and I
someone.
gave him 30 days ago.
Do-san,
That I gave him 30 days ago.
please wait.
No, I gave him 30 days ago due to him only being 17
There's
and not being able to
something
buy
I must give
woods.
to you.
He pulled it out and it was entirely covered in mold. So I said, nigga, you got mold on that shit. To which he responded, yo, did you just call me the N-word? Don't do that. Keep in mind, he called me the N-word just 30 seconds earlier and called me the N-word
To
often.
my father?
This
What,
came right after Hazuki-sensei
boy.
passed away.
It's
I
no
had a bad
secret
feeling about
that
it, so I felt I should
there's a...
keep it hidden until today.
It's no secret that there's
Slaves
this
in
thing
Chinese.
where black
But why?
people feel like
Because
white
I
people
didn't
should
want
never
you to
say
do
that
anything
word
foolish
because
and
it
twist
was
your life.
historically it was a word that was used
And
as a
because I don't want you to
derogatory
upset the
term
spirit
against
of your
blacks.
father.
So even though we use it,
Please make a promise.
and we
to
may
me.
even use it when we refer to white people as well as Asian,
Please,
we call everybody
I need you
nigga,
to
right?
promise
Well,
me.
people who don't make a conscious decision not to
Yes.
use that word as a part
I
of their
promise.
vocabulary. We'll call everybody nigga, but at the same
Thank you,
time, we
son.
don't want certain races to call us nigga back. I think Hispanic people tend to get a pass for the most part, but outside of that, I think whites especially though, whites especially so might be the ones most likely to get in trouble for saying nigger, because oh god, oh man, the silliness of it. But because when we think of nigger in relation to white people, we always think of slavery and discrimination and the KKK and hate and racism. So when white people say it, you know, it kind of just takes us back to that. And I can't speak for everybody else. I'm just explaining that's what we all know. That's why, generally speaking, it's frowned upon for white people to say that word. Me personally, I don't give a fuck because I understand context. To me, it's all about context. It's a like when you said nigga, you didn't mean it in a derogatory way. You didn't mean it in a way to like demean him. Nigga has just become, it's really just become a part of slang, or what's the other word for it? What's that other word for slang? What is it? Lingo? Whatever though. But nigga is nigga is like almost it's almost the same as saying something like how should I say dude. Dude. Or what's some other, just you guys know different slang. I'm not hip to what's going on. What mid, touch grass, you know, bro. That didn't last long. But yeah, me personally, I don't care because I understand context. In the context in which you said it, you didn't mean it to degrade or demean him. You said it the same way that he said it towards you. Like when you said it to him, it meant the same thing when he said it to you. I understand why people get upset about it. I'm just saying I don't care about shit like that because I understand context. It's like if me and you are friends, And all right, let's say me and you are friends and we're hanging out, and I say, damn bitch, damn bitch, you drunk all the Kool-Aid. Right? And then you be like, man, fuck you, nigga. And then we laugh about it, right? Context. We're homies, we're friends, and we're talking shit. In the movies, the Italian gangster movies, they call it busting your balls, right? So we're calling each other's names. Oh, you a bitch. Oh, fuck you, nigga. But within the context of it, we're not taking it personally because we know that we're just talking shit to each other as friends. But I can also say, man, you a bitch. Fuck you, nigga, and mean it.
What were you talking about with
right?
son?
And then we might fight. So the context is what matters to me.
Is that a letter? In Chinese?
So to me, it's a difference between saying nigga as in, you know, man or my friend, my homie, versus nigger, I hate you cause you're black. Like, oh damn, I really just hate those niggers, you know? And even like you see the same thing with like with gay people. I've heard gay people refer to themselves as fags and faggots and shit. But then when a straight person says it, they'll take it completely different. Cause I've heard, you know, I've been around some pretty I've been around people who would be considered homophobic, and when they say faggot, they mean it, right? When it's not like fun faggot, like on 4chan, like, oh, he's same fagging, right? Or you're a name fag. It's not like the fun, jokey type of way on 4chan. It's like, oh no, I think he's less of a man because he has sex with men, right? Like it's a difference. Like I've heard faggot in that way. Like I really like, I hate the gays versus like people just throwing it around loosely. As you see it a lot on 4chan though. It's not a lot of places they'll just throw that word around like that, but 4chan does it a lot.
Man with sunglasses took my soccer ball.
But again, it's context. Here I am saying faggot several times, and
Construction site.
it's become such a fucking no word that some people would get. Oh, he said the F word, right? But in the context, I'm just explaining something. I'm not trying to degrade or demean anybody.
I knew you couldn't resist, boy.
What?
Remember the tattoo parlor?
So for me, it's about context.
Yeah.
But I'll say this.
Go home.
As a white person, I don't suggest you ever say that word because most people are not like me and have good sense about shit. Most people are just fucking waiting to be offended about anything. I wouldn't, if I were you, I would just eliminate that from my vocabulary. It's just, it's not worth it. It's not worth having to deal with overly sensitive black people who don't understand context. I'm gonna get my ass whooped too. Oh Lord. Okay.
That's enough.
Huh?
I was ready.
Damn! Don't think you can get away with this.
I thought you said meet you at the arcade at 3 o'clock.
Are you okay?
It's not 3 o'clock.
Shit. Thank you.
Shishi. Hey, are you Chinese?
Yes.
But yeah, I would just don't even just don't do it. Just I would not suggest it personally.
Hazuki.
I don't think it's really worth it.
Ryo. Hazuki.
Yeah.
Sensei, Ryo-san.
I don't think it's really worth it because there are quite a few black people who just they are greatly offended by it, and I don't think you really want that smoke, to be honest. I'm just being real. I don't think you want. I don't think you want that smoke. You're already white. You're winning. You don't need that word. But I will always stand up for people's right to say whatever they want, though. So I'll back you up on it. I'll back you up on it as a black man, because I'm not with that whole certain people can't say certain words shit. I'm not. Fuck that shit. Kiss my ass. Like that's. I'm not with that bullshit. That's nonsense to me. I wish somebody would tell me what the fuck I can say, what word I can say. I wish somebody would. You know, and honestly, I kind of cringe a little bit whenever I hear somebody say the N word. Like not nigga, but say the N word because they don't want to incur the wrath of the blacks. It's, it's like, damn. I get it, but to me, it's depressing that people are just so sensitive.
Yo, son, spar one round with me.
That people are so sensitive and lacking of the basic understanding of context.
Yeah, I'm ready for you, Fukusan.
Give me all you got.
Just like that whole Joe Rogan situation when he got when people found those clips of him saying the N word or something like that, of him saying, see, it got me saying of him saying nigga or nigger or something.
Back, okay?
It's like I'm pretty sure Joe Rogan isn't racist. But then when you take that shit out of context, you can flip it on people, and that's why I'm not for that. I'm not for that. You know, oh, you can't say this word and all. Nah, fuck out of here.
Whoa, whoa!
That was a good one. What's wrong, Fukusan? That's the Fukusan I know.
But
How's that?
I made a tweet. I made a tweet on Twitter, and I explained why I stopped saying the N word in my raps, and that's because I realized that I might have a lot of white fans, and I want them to be able to sing along to my music without getting in trouble for saying nigga. So that's why I don't say nigga when I rap anymore, because I don't want people to not be able to you know, rap my whole song because of sensitive blacks.
Look at the time. Let's continue next time.
Thanks very much.
Sensitive blacks. Oh boy. Big ups, Liquid Marco. What's up, dummy? The Dev Bros probably slept in the offices. The Dev Bros? Who are that? The Dev Bros. Male body shaming. Male body shaming is a big L. Look, I'm not trying to shame our friend here. You know, I'm just, whenever I talk about lookism, I'm doing so as objectively as I can. See, the difference between me and other guys, see, when you have guys that'll say height doesn't matter, looks doesn't matter, size doesn't matter, these guys are usually trying to sell you a course. They're trying to sell you a course, or they're trying to sell you cope.
100 yen each.
I don't deal in cope. I don't deal in courses. I don't deal in cope. So I'm gonna say, yeah, you're short. That's probably a disadvantage for you on the dating market. I'm not gonna tell you to kill yourself over it, but I'm just being real. You have a little dick, that's probably gonna be a disadvantage for you in terms of being able to sexually satisfy a woman or men,
Maybe
for that matter. But if I say anything like that, it's not it's never with the intention of, offending or making somebody feel bad. I like to think that we over here in my space
Maybe
are
I should
not
get another.
sensitive little bitches who can't handle that type of talk. You know, we got to keep the train moving, bro. We got to get out of the past.
Hey,
We gotta move forward, away from lies, away from the bullshit, bro, away from the coke. We gotta move forward with what is.
Maybe I should get
Stop
another.
saying size doesn't matter. Stop saying looks don't matter. Like, get off that bullshit, bro. Like, it's time to move on. It's time to live in reality. Let's leave the bullshit behind. Let's accept our flaws for what they are and move forward and be the best that we can be regardless.
Great.
But I'm tired. I get tired of the
Maybe I
copes.
should get
I
another.
get tired of the lies and the bullshit. I get so tired of this shit. You can tell me, look, Chad, you got a small penis. That's not good. Women won't like
This
that.
again?
And you know what I'll say? I know. I know, nigga. I'm not gonna cope
try
and say
again.
motion of the ocean will just lick the clit like a
not today.
lesbian. I accept the harsh reality for what it is. So amongst ourselves, we should be able to, tell each other what it is and how it is without feelings getting hurt. Because we're moving forward. We're moving forward with what we are and what we have, and we're going to make the most of it. What about our average bros, like 5-6 inch? See, this is, I want you guys to realize something, and this is part of the trickery, not the trickery, but I think this is why people don't. Oh, here's that kid. Hold up.
Hi, Gowan.
Come on, let's play.
Next time, okay?
I saved your life,
I'm
kid.
busy now. By the way, Gowan, you're Chinese, aren't you?
Yup,
I'm looking for somebody who can read a letter written in Chinese.
my grandmother can.
Your grandmother? About your grandmother?
Her name is Sha Sholi. She's real
About
nice.
your grandmother, is
Where is
she
she?
At the
attractive
shop.
and single?
Shop? Which shop?
She sells dishes and stuff. It's called Roshia.
I like those pants
You
he got
mean
on.
Loxia China shop, right?
Yeah, nice little
It
outfit.
says Roshia.
I want that
in
outfit
letters
before a
next
grown
to the
man.
door.
I'll go see her. Thanks.
Okay, we got a clue here. But don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you got to have a monster cock to satisfy a woman. I that's never been my point. And see, and this is why the truth gets lost when you talk to women about this, because for a lot of women, they can, they can have fun with an average size dick, like what about 5? I would say 5.5 to 6 to about 6. That's like that's basically around average, right? Depending on where you live, but let's say 5.5 to 6 inches, right? Let's call that average. Girls can have fun with that. They can enjoy that. That can work, So don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say like, oh, you got to be like, you have a monster cock or anything. But when girls get into this conversation, you'll hear girls say, oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But see, in their mind, I guarantee you, they're thinking of a 6-inch dick. they're thinking of like the best of average. And that's why a lot of guys get misinformation about this shit when you try to talk to girls about it. Because in their mind, they're thinking of the best of average. They're not thinking of a small dick. And so, but what I'm saying is when you're small, it's really bad. When you're average, you can make it work. When you're big, it's a big advantage. But that's basically what I've observed.
Excuse me, are you Xiaoseng?
Yes, that's right.
Small is bad. Small is bad, bad, bad.
I'm
Average can work, but
Suki-san?
but big dick
Oh,
niggas
yes.
still gonna have the
My
advantage over you.
grandson. go and told me.
A girl is still gonna be more
Thank you
impressed
very
and
much.
crazy about the big dick nigga, but you can make an average dick work.
You helped him at Sakuragaoka.
But small is bad.
I remember.
Basically.
He was so excited when he told me.
But I've noticed
He
that
now aspires to grow
when you
strong
talk
and
to girls
brave,
about
just
this,
like you.
don't ask them how they feel
really.
about big dicks. Ask them how they feel about small dick.
what
That's how
brings
you
you
get the
here?
truth. Don't
Well,
because
I
when
have
you
a letter I'd
confront
like
them
you to
about the big
translate.
dick thing, in their mind, they're thinking, well, I don't need to have a guy with a big dick. If he's average, I can work with that.
Reversed.
And so they'll
Yes,
act like it
but they
doesn't
aren't
matter
just
as much as it
reversed
does.
left to
And see,
right.
what I'm saying is, it's not that you have to
They're
have a big
written
dick,
in a special
but
style.
size is very
Could you read it for
important
me?
because being small is going to completely kill your sex game.
Yes, of course.
If you're really, it varies from girl to girl because some girls are more
Beware
size
of
queens than
those
others.
who
But if you're
pursue
not
the
big enough,
mirror.
it's going to completely kill
if
your
you
sex
ever
game.
need help, seek the aid
The
of
penetration
Master
part of
Chen.
sex is going to be so boring for her that
Do Yuan Da.
it's going to take a special type of love to make her settle for that.
Master Chen?
But I would say if you're average, I wouldn't worry
There's
about it.
something written on the back too.
I wouldn't worry about it if you're in the average range. I wouldn't worry about it.
Jifu.
When you're average, you'll win some, you'll lose some. When you're big, you can't lose. When you're small, damn. Damn.
What does it mean?
Father's heaven, 9 dragons, mother's earth, comrades.
Chad, did you get the chance to see the
I'm
Shenmue
sorry,
anime?
this
I haven't seen
doesn't
it yet.
make sense.
I haven't seen it yet. You know,
I think
I've resigned
this part
myself
may be
to
a
the
phone
knowledge
number.
and understanding
These
that
ancient characters are
we're never
numbered.
going to get a satisfying conclusion to the story of Shenmue.
Yes. 04686156.
In a way, Shenmue is like Berserk
04,
in that
68,
you have to appreciate
61,
when it was good
564, right?
because you're never going to get a satisfying conclusion.
I've got it.
Especially when you look at Berserk, the creator got his name, you know, he's dead now. So anything that comes out, even if he left an outline, is not going to be it's not going to have the same weight behind it. And people have been joking about Berserk never getting completed for years before the creator died. People joked about that for years. Like, we're never going to get off the boat, right? Because there was a part they were on this boat for a long time and chapters were coming out very slow. And then the creator dies and it's like, they were not lying. You're never going to get a satisfying conclusion to Berserk. And you're never going to get a satisfying conclusion to Shenmue. I've accepted that now. By the time they make any leeway with the story, the creator is going to be long. He's going to be dead. He's an old man by now. He's going to be dead. You gotta appreciate this game. You gotta appreciate this game. Maybe the second one. I'm not a big fan of Shenmue 2. I played a bit of it, but I just don't really like China as a location. I think Japan, which is a better location for the game, and the sequel takes place in China. And you know, that's the whole thing. But yeah. So and then when you look at like Shenmue 3 came out, right? And from what I've seen of the game, I have no interest in playing it whatsoever. No interest. The game just looks. The game just does not. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. And as far as some of the design choices, and but in the ending, at the end of the game, from what I saw in this video of a guy breaking down why he hates the game, at the end, Rio fights Lan Di. And he's not able to hit him not one time. So you have a whole game. This is the third game. You finally catch up to the man that killed your father, which is the whole point of the story. And it ends with you fighting him and not even being able to touch him. And then you get, I forgot, I think I think you get rescued because you can't beat him, and he escaped. But he doesn't even escape. You can't escape when you're not. There's no threat to your life. But he leaves, and you've made no progress since the beginning as far as getting up to his level. It is the biggest fuck you to the fan base I could imagine. 3 games, and there's literally no progress to avenging your father. 3 games. So no, I'm not going to watch the Shenmue anime. I'm not going to watch the Shenmue anime because it's no point. The best of Shenmue has already came and went. This is it. This is Shenmue. Fuck no. This is it. This is Shenmue. This is Berserk, the Golden Age arc. This is what that is for Berserk. This is it. This is the best we're gonna get. 3 games, and that's what they do. Nah, I'm done with giving a fuck about Shenmue's story. You have to appreciate Shenmue for what it is and this part of his journey, because there's not going to be a satisfying conclusion. I'm done. I am done. Shenmue 3 was the opportunity to get me back invested, and based off what I saw, I want nothing to do with this series ever again outside of Shenmue 1 and maybe 2. I'm done. I'm done.
1 game, 100 yen.
I'm done.
I played a bit.
I'm gonna play darts and beat Shenmue 1 and leave it at that.
All right.
But it's really unfortunate because Shenmue 3 was the chance to advance the story in a significant way, and from what I've seen, they did not do that at all. So no, I want nothing more to do with any new Shenmue content. I don't want to play Shenmue 4 and then throughout the whole game you don't even see Landy once. No,
good.
Shenmue 5, you go back to Japan. Right?
No, good.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good on that. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Shenmue 3 should have ended with you defeating Landy.
Should I play more?
I get that the story is meant to go on beyond, like it's meant to kind of go. It's meant to be long, right? But you got to give the people something. You can't. That's nothing. That's a whole game for nothing. You ain't accomplished shit. That's a whole game. At least with the first game, there's a sense of, okay, I got to find this guy. And towards the end, you track down his location. And I think with the second one, you actually by the end of the second game, you've actually like confronted him, but he's like leaving or something. So by the third game, bro, you gotta at least put hands on him. I'm not saying that Ryo should have killed him or anything, but you gotta put hands on this dude, bro.
So close.
You gotta put hands. By the third game, you ain't put hands on him.
Hey, not too bad.
I ain't trying to play that shit. Thoughts on Veterans Day and being drafted to defend women and Joe Brandon's America.
Hey, not too bad. I get to play again.
I don't like the idea of a draft on principle. To be honest with
good.
you, I can understand why it could be seen as a necessity to, protect your country from being completely overrun, and you don't have enough men who are willing to fight.
Hey, not too bad.
But I'm kind of the belief that if it's a war worth fighting, you won't have to draft. Maybe I'm wrong. But I think if it's a war that's really imminent and necessary,
No good.
I don't see why you would need to draft.
This is the last start.
There should be a general feeling amongst the men that we have to fight. If it's like if China was invading right now,
No good.
yeah, I would join the military. I would join the military because
Game
I
over.
I love my family. I love my people. I love my community. I would want to protect that. You wouldn't have to draft me
Maybe next time.
because at that point there's no choice. They're here. They're coming. They're not fucking around, right? So it's like, okay, well it's time to get up and go. So you wouldn't have to draft me if it was a war that I believed in, and I believe it was necessary to fight. Then you wouldn't have to draft me. But I can't speak for all men. But that's why I'm kind of against it on principle. Because I know me personally, if I felt like it was a fight worth fighting, you wouldn't have. I'd be there. Period. It's like, okay, let's put the mic and the video games down. Let's put the porn down and go kick some ass. Let's go join the military and just try. Hey, do your duty. do what you got to do. Because I don't want to see my country fall. I don't want to see my people be subjugated or killed. But I think that it's immensely tragic when men die in unnecessary, pointless wars. When I look at what's going on in between Ukraine and Russia right now, and I think of not just the people, the men fighting as soldiers, but the innocent civilians killed. I mean, it's heartbreaking because if I don't get it, somebody let me know, but I can't see a good reason for this war. I can't find the justification for it. And so when I see shit like that, to me, it's immensely tragic for people to die in unnecessary conflicts.
Ryo-san! Yeah, it's me. What was that letter about?
When I think back to a war like Vietnam
this.
and all the people who died in
Those
it,
who
and
perceive
now
nearer
we look at
kill
Vietnam
younger.
as a joke. We look at Vietnam
So
not only as the
the letter
war
is
that we
connected to
lost,
Sensei's death.
but the war
I'm
that
going
should have
to
never
find
been.
Will you search
But
for
we
Back
can't-
Master Chen?
There's nothing we can
That's
do to
all I can
bring
do.
those lives
If you
back.
find out,
Thousands of
let me
American
know.
soldiers, hundreds of thousands
will.
of Vietnamese soldiers, I believe. If not, I forgot the exact death toll, but I know there were, we always talk about the American death toll, but there were many more Vietnamese who died. So many people who died in suffering, painful deaths. The families affected by it. And over what? Over bullshit. So it's nothing less than tragic when you have these unnecessary conflicts that lead to catastrophic amounts of death and destruction. It's absolutely tragic, man. And I hate it. I hate it with a fucking passion. I hate it. I hate that shit with a passion. And it's even worse when you think about the fact that a lot of the men who died in Vietnam were drafted and didn't want to go in the first place, and they died for nothing. They died in a war that, like I said, Now, the prevailing consensus and belief is that there was a war that we lost and should have never engaged in to begin with. We look at people like Muhammad Ali as a hero because he refused to be drafted and participate in a war that he didn't believe in. At the time, he got so much shit. He lost his boxing license. He missed out on almost 4 critical years of his boxing career. And you know, he received so much flack, so much hatred. He got support as well because there was a lot of division as far as this issue in America, but he got a lot of hate for it. He was an amazing fighter, but I think to me that was the most amazing thing, that the most important thing he ever did was refuse to be drafted and refuse to participate in a conflict that he knew was wrong, that he knew that was nothing but unnecessary bloodshed and death. And so yeah, I hate that shit. I know I don't talk about it much, what's going on in Ukraine, but I hate that shit. I really do. I hate it for both sides. Cause I guarantee you, a lot of those Russian soldiers don't even know what the fuck they're fighting over. They just fight like they probably just fighting just to fight. I guarantee you, half of them don't know what the fuck they fighting over. Half of them probably don't even care and just want to fight just to fight, or they're just trained to be that way. Hey, it's my job. It's my duty. I'm a soldier. I do what I got to do, right? That's, you know.
Toy capsules.
That's part of
100 yen each, huh?
That's part of becoming a soldier. They build you up to be that way.
Maybe just one.
We point, you shoot. But to me, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's
the same one. I should try again.
But there was one war. I forgot what it was. I forgot the exact place it happened. It was a smaller country that was being invaded by a larger country though. And kind of similar to what's going on with Ukraine and Russia, I guess. I'm sure the circumstances were vastly different. But the men of the smaller country, they were like, nah, they won't have it. You know, they stood up and they fought for their country, much like we're seeing in Ukraine right now. And, you know, that part of it I can understand. You know, when you're not the aggressor and you're just defending your territory, yeah, that's okay. That's always understandable. Because you don't want to just fold and then get ran over, right? That's not what we do.
Toy capsules. 100 yen each, huh? I should buy one.
Ah, boy. Oh shit! I got upside down jacket. I got upside down jacket. What are we doing in this game now? See, I mean, y'all got me talking about.
Maybe I should get another.
Y'all got me talking about world issues and shit.
I'll pass.
I forgot about Shenmue. I'm out here just running around in Japan. I gotta do what? I gotta make a phone call. Okay. Let me see. Call the 0468 61564. The thought of
Excuse
war
me.
blows my mind.
Hi there, yo.
Okay. Like the developers, with all that precision with the world building, for lack of a better term. Oh yeah, you know how Japanese workers are. Overworked, underpaid. The working conditions had to be miserable. I'm sure. 0468 As many times I've dialed this number, I should have remembered it by now. 04. See, this is what I'm saying though. Attention to detail. Look at look at this. You gotta dial every number, and he puts his finger in the little circle thing and turns it the way like this is great. What are these phones called? Is it a rotary phone? I forgot what they're called. But look at, he puts his finger into the thing and slide, and he has to slide it. I love it. 564. But I do think that's a big part of what makes this game so cool is that it has a level of attention to detail that you just don't see in a lot of games that came out during this time. I better get this shit right, bro.
Hello?
Mother's Earth.
Comrades.
Father's Heaven.
9
I
dragons.
finally remembered it.
Warehouse number 8.
Warehouse number 8?
You. Who are you?
Isn't this the Chen residence?
Hang up.
Oops. That's warehouse number 8.
So it wasn't clear because I was running my mouth, but Ryo's guardian, Ine-san, she had a letter from his deceased father that he left for Ryo. And the letter was in Chinese, so I had to find a Chinese person to translate it. And in the letter, it told Ryo to contact Master Chen if he ever was in trouble. And so once it was translated, he was able to find the phone number. And so we just called Master Chen, but we got hung up on
This.
because they don't trust easily.
Thanks, man.
No problem, dude. So now I got to figure out what warehouse number 8 is, but that's obviously a warehouse at the harbor.
Nozomi.
I know this because I beat this
You
game
got a
before.
minute?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I changed my mind.
What? You don't trust me?
I'm sorry.
So talk to me.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. I gotta go.
I'll be back later.
Oh boy. I shouldn't have talked to her. She always wants some shit. She's real needy. Oh, dummy. Don't joke like that. Don't joke like that. Come on now. The whole Chinese people cooking dogs thing. Come on. Come on now. We're better than that, aren't we?
Nemoto-san.
Nemoto. I like that name.
Rio.
Do you know of a warehouse number 8?
Afraid not.
I see.
Yo, somebody better know about a goddamn warehouse over there. This old lady better know. She stayed right by the bus station.
Hi, Hirata-san.
Ah, hi there, yo.
You see what's going on in these
Do you know
streets?
where warehouse number 8 is?
What? Firehouse number 8?
Nah, she
No,
too old.
warehouse number 8.
I don't know.
I have
Alright.
the phone number, but
Well, why don't you the address?
yeah.
Oh shit! She said look in the phone book, the address will be in there. Wow. And I was about to go ask everybody about this warehouse number 8. Thanks, old lady. I was about to talk shit about you too. That was so smart. She said find the number, you find the address.
61.
Old people do
61.
have value.
Got it. 61. It's in Amihama.
I will visit you when you're crapping your pants in a nursing home, old lady. Area code 61 is for Amihama.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Which way is Amihama?
Amihama? That's the harbor.
Harbor.
I haven't gone there in a while, but if you turn right onto the main street, there's a bus that goes there.
Where is Amihama?
The harbor, I think. There's a bus stop.
Thank you.
The bus stop for Amihama is near the tobacco shop. I like how her store just closed automatically like that. That shutter just kind of came down by itself. Okay. Wow, okay. Well, I can't go there now because it's a little bit too late. It's after 6 o'clock. If you're gonna go to the harbor, you want to go there. You want to go there early in the morning, so you got enough time to explore.
Maybe I can practice here. Think I'll warm up a bit.
So we're gonna have to wait till tomorrow to go to the harbor.
I'll lose my edge if I don't practice.
I'm sure it'll be fun. Guess I scraped in by the skin of my teeth in the PP department. I wouldn't worry about it. If I had average size penis, I wouldn't worry about it too much, because there are just so many different ways that people can have advantages or have certain traits or things that just give them the edge in life. It's kind of like how I feel about my height, right? I'm 5'8". I'm not tall, but I'm not short enough for it to be an issue for me. I'm comfortable with my height, you know? Because my height is like 1 inch under the average. I think the average in America is about 5'9". So I'm in that zone where I don't really worry about it. Now, would being taller have helped in different ways socially? Definitely, but I'm not short enough to really be too concerned about it. And so I think if I had a average size penis, it would be basically that. I would put it the same way. It's, you know, I'm not that guy that's special based on this particular trait, but I'll get by. But I have a small penis, so I have reason to be concerned. But really, even with a small penis, I don't really care too much, to be honest with you. Because one thing about me, you guys know, you know, I've never been invested in the idea of being successful with women, so I don't really have a reason to care too much. I mean, it sucks in a way because I know that if I ever do get a girlfriend, more than likely she's not going to be satisfied with my penis size. And so it's like, even if I overcome that seemingly insurmountable hurdle of getting a girlfriend, you know, that's still something that I have to worry about. And really, you know, I can't know for sure, but having sex with a small penis looks boring. Like, even as the guy, not even just for the girl, but even as the guy, because you can't do certain positions. You can't hit those long, deep strokes. You got, like, even the way you fuck is going to be lame. So it's kind of like how in basketball, when you're short, you can't do certain things. You can't block. You know, you can't like, if you're 5-something in the NBA, you're not going to be that crazy good rebounder. You're not going to be getting a lot of blocks. You're not going to be dunking. A lot of different aspects of the game are going to be closed off to you because of your genetic limitations. You're not going to be jumping out the gym. And I think sex is the same way. When you got a small dick, it's a lot of things you can't do. But like I said, I was never invested in the idea of being successful with women anyway. So once I realized these things, you know, it was it kind of bummed me out a bit. But then I remembered, like, dude, you're happy without ever like having sex. You're happy without ever being in a relationship. Like you don't need you don't need a big dick. You don't even need an average dick. You just need a dick to big enough to masturbate with and pee out of. So I have enough dick for what I need it for. That's how I deal with it, despite having a small penis. Because when I think about it, I was never invested in being successful with women anyway. So it's easy for me to accept, but a lot of guys can't accept it because they're invested.
Nozomi, what's up?
And want to, be successful with women. So that for guys like that, it's gonna hurt more.
I'll be waiting.
All right.
I should have never answered the fucking phone, bro. I don't want to talk to this girl, bro. She boring. They got this whole romantic subplot for Rio, but it never goes anywhere.
Rio,
Nozomi, what's the matter?
sorry to call you out.
It's okay.
I had to talk with you alone.
I should have never answered the
problems
damn
you've been
phone. Now I gotta hear her whine about me not giving her enough attention.
Do you have time to talk?
Bitch, I'm trying to avenge my father.
Yes.
He died in my arms.
I can't stay long.
I know. You see,
You trying to throw me some put? This game looks really good. Like this scene though looks really good. Look at this. This is beautiful.
But I can't wait any longer.
I mean,
I just can't.
Look, those bushes look dated and crusty, but, but look, just put yourself in 1999, 2000, 2001. This is gorgeous.
It's about my feelings for you, but if I don't tell you now, I feel like I'll miss my chance to.
So basically, she has a crush on Rio.
Last night, my mom called from Canada.
But she's going to move away soon to Canada. And so she wants to tell you how she feels before she goes. But Rio has to live by the anime rules, so he can't get pussy. In fact, he don't like pussy. Right? You know how this goes. Video game characters and anime characters never like pussy until there's a time skip and they're married. They skip over the guy having to like pussy to,
I understand. Tell me?
I will.
You know how that goes.
I called you out.
Nozomi, don't forget to say goodbye. See you.
So because he doesn't like pussy yet, he can't be receptive to her feelings. He's completely focused on his goal of avenging his father. Only when he gets to the point where he likes pussy will he be able to share his feelings for her. Oh boy. That's one of the things I hate about anime though, man. The main characters most of the time, I guess I should appreciate Chainsaw Man a little bit more. I just wish they were more subtle with it. He's corny as fuck with how he's, the whole boobas thing is corny. You ain't got to do all that shit. But I'm just saying, I would like a normal character that likes pussy. Or even a gay character that likes dick. I just want a character that's normal and wants to fuck something. I remember when I was Rio's age. What is he? He's like 17, 18? That was before all the MGTOW red pill shit. I would have been happy to have a girl like, what's her name? Nozomi, just pretty much throwing you the pussy, bruh.
Ine-san is always
letting you know that she has feelings for you, but can't express them. And like that's dude, right there. That's the way in. You in there. Let's go spar with Fukusan. Oh yeah, I meant to say, One of the other things about this game that's bad is that there are so few opportunities to fight in this game that you never really learn how to play the game. When you finally do fight,
Spar one round with me.
it feels like you're still trying to figure shit out.
Sure, I'll take you on.
Give me all you got.
And so they do give you the chance to spar with Fuchsan here, but it's just a spar, and you can't use like normal throw moves.
Let's go.
And the other thing too is that a lot of the fights are against multiple opponents at the same time. In fact, most of the real fights in this game are against multiple opponents.
Whoa.
It's rare that you have a
That's the Fukusan I know.
1v1 fight in this game. So the game
Oh, how's that?
never really prepares you to play the game. That right? And I think that's the downside of this game trying to be too realistic as far as not wanting to make a game where you're getting into fights all the time, because nobody just goes outside and is fighting every day. Even professional fighters aren't just fighting every day.
Look out.
And so the problem with this game is that you never really learn how to fight. You always feel like you're trying to figure things out, even in the later stages of the game.
Yeah.
You feel like you're experimenting with different moves and whatnot. I lost that one.
That's it for today. Thanks, Fuku-san.
Thanks very much.
But yeah, I would say those are the two biggest problems with this game. There's not enough good side content to do outside of the main story, and there's not enough opportunities to actually learn how to fight in this game. So really, a lot of the battles just aren't satisfying because you don't know what you're doing. The game doesn't prepare you to know what you're doing because you don't fight enough to learn how. And the fighting system in this game is fairly deep, actually, because it's based off of Virtua Fighter, I believe. A lot of the fighting mechanics are based off of Virtua Fighter. And, you know, Virtua Fighter is a real deal fighting game. It's not a party game. It's a real deal fighting game with a small fighting game community scene compared to like Street Fighter, but there's a scene nonetheless. So I think that's one of the unfortunate things about this game, and one of the ways in which it tried too hard to be realistic. I always thought this game, we should have had this game should have had some sort of fight club or something, like an underground fight club that you could go to, or allow you to fight Fuchsan or spar with Fuchsan every day. But you only get access to that sparring session for really a relatively small portion of the game. And not for as long as you really want to. I mean, they should, at the very least, sparring should have been readily available to you every day for a significant amount of time. It's insane that it's not really. They have like PP enlargement surgery, like you have like 2 or 3 inches inside, and doctors can pull that shit out of you like a toy lightsaber. I don't know if I'd be comfortable with such drastic measures though. You know, I've seen a lot of porn, and so I've seen a lot of penises, and I think I've seen a few guys with that surgery, and I don't think I would want that. It has a certain look to it. It's hard to describe, but I know what you're talking about. And I believe I've seen it in porn. And it looks weird. If what I've seen is what you're talking about, I don't want that. I don't want that. That shit look You look weird. Satori Blue, welcome to the stream. Hope you had a great week. Ali is the person I respect more than anyone. My favorite human. My father met him actually. He was, oh man. I've learned so much about Muhammad Ali because when I got into boxing, he was one of the first boxers that I looked into extensively. And boy, he had a very interesting life. He had a very interesting life. Most people who knew him personally have nothing but amazing things to say about him, except Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier hates the guy. Because truth be told, Ali did a lot of damage to his reputation with all his shit talking that he did to promote their fights. But outside of that, man, yeah, he had a very amazing life. Very interesting. A lot of ups and downs. I mean, dude, Muhammad Ali's life was like a. It's like it's almost like what's that story? The Odyssey or the Iliad with Odysseus going through all these different trials. Like his life was like that amazing. And just all the love that he got from across the world, man. So now we're at the harbor.
Hand over all your money.
I don't have no more.
I mean, it's so unfortunate that he developed Parkinson's.
No more. Don't mess with me.
It's so unfortunate.
Stop it.
We were really robbed.
You know that blackmail is way
We were
uncool.
robbed with that shit, man.
New Hazuki from Suka High.
The great things he could have done
Yeah.
So what?
if he stayed within his right mind in his advanced
I ain't
years.
afraid of him. I could
But
take
by the
this.
time he was in his 40s, he was already a shell of himself.
Gah!
Dodo-san.
Hey!
Hey, you. Wait. Damn.
Oh, you've had it now.
Oh
So
shit.
this is the famous New Hazuki. Oh, how sad. Ouch!
Don't try it, buddy.
Oh, pretty tough after all.
I missed that one, but I had to rebound.
What?
I have a question.
You're interrupting my talk about Ali.
Sure. What is it?
Warehouse number 8? Where
So this
it?
is Goro. He's a bully,
Yeah.
but he becomes
On
one of your
the
good
street,
friends
there's
later.
a new warehouse district. Turn right, and number 8 should be there.
So it's straight and to the right.
That's it. Well, time for us to go.
Did that guy have a? Did he have like a little mini katana? Was it? I hope there was a club. I hope, man, some of these guys out here are just going too hard. Go to school, nigga. But man, it's nothing less than tragic that Muhammad Ali developed Parkinson's, because with his charisma, his wits, and just how beloved he was by people across the world, he could have gone on to become a very powerful man. But Parkinson's just it robbed him and the world of so much of his potential outside of boxing. I have no doubt in my mind that he would have gone on to become an even more important person beyond sports. I mean, he already did so much before that, but I mean, he had a whole life ahead of him after boxing if he didn't develop Parkinson's due to brain damage. He had a whole second life available to him because of who he was and how loved he was, and just people loved him. People loved him. His charisma was one of a kind, and he could have definitely gone on to become a significant leader of men, like a Louis Farrakhan type character in the world, but it just wasn't meant to be. God, dude, I'm going to turn the volume up when I go in here because I love the theme music for this little snack bar here.
I'll take this, please.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much. Sure, draw a raffle ticket.
That bitch ugly. There we go. I love that little theme so much.
No prize, eh?
It's such a it's a perfect chill theme that just sets the mood. It's chill but kind of melancholy all at once.
I'll take this.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much. Sure, draw a raffle ticket.
No win.
Oh damn.
No prize, eh?
Japanese work environments are something else, like what Taika Yoshi Sato had to deal with while making Silent Hill 1. Konami was on the bullshit even back in the day. What type of bullshit did he have to deal with? What was it?
This one.
18-hour
Yeah,
work
sure.
days.
Thank you very much. Sure, draw a raffle ticket.
If I was in Japan, I would never have kids. I would never have kids to get married.
No win.
Between
too
work
bad.
and family, your life is over. Your life is over. Even in America, it can be like that. But oh, this is my favorite track right here, Boz Knob. But
I'll take
at
this,
least
please.
our work culture
Yeah,
isn't
sure.
nearly
Thank you
as
very much.
suffocating as it is in Japan.
Sure, draw a raffle ticket.
People at least value taking it easy over here.
I won.
Oh, I won. I got the
Wow,
level 4 prize.
congratulations. Pick the one you like.
Oh, great. I forgot. At the harbor, you get the whack toys. You don't get Sonic and
Okay,
friends.
this one.
Here you go.
I guess so. Oh. Forklift red. Okay, that's great. What time is it? It's just after 12. Okay. In game, I mean. When I first played this game as a kid, when you come into a place like this, you wanna just check everything out and see what you can interact with, right? Like you can look at this teapot, or is it a coffee pot? I'm not sure which, but And you can look at it, but you can't interact with it. And so you go around and maybe talk to people like this guy.
Sorry.
Look at his face.
I'm tired. I'd appreciate it if you'd let me be.
I don't do a lot of that stuff now because I know what is and what isn't. But when you first play this game, that's part of what kind of pads it out, is just trying to see everything that you can do. Like, okay, can I interact with this TV? I can look at it, but I can't do anything with it, you know? And then here at the harbor, they have a unique darts game over here, so that's something new. The harbor has unique capsule toys you can buy. So you always want to explore to figure out what are the little differences between the areas. And you know, you go here, okay, I can buy potato chips and for no reason. Ain't like you can eat them, but you can buy them. These right here are for the cat at the shrine, though. You can feed the cat the dried fish and various other foods, the milk, whatnot. We're not concerning ourselves with the cat. This run. Okay. So did you see that? When that forklift drove by those pigeons, they flew away. Attention to detail. Watch this. See, this is the type of stuff that just makes this game special. But not only do they fly away when you run into them, they also fly away when other people do, or when the forklift drives by. So this game was doing a lot of stuff before other games were, as far as, you know, creating a realistic world to explore.
Tom.
Gotta talk to Tom.
Hi-dio.
Hi-dio.
Have you heard of a warehouse number 8?
Sure, it's over there. Way over there. It's the one with the big blue door, man.
I see. Thanks.
Thanks, Tom. See, Tom, man, he be having the scoop. Tom be having the scoop. Peter Parker. I'm kind of mid, not gonna lie. I have a nice facial structure, but I'm 5'8", 6 inches, kind of chubby, but not fat and autistic. I do like mid girls. A girl like that Kara character from Game. What's that? But I think most guys like mid girls. Most guys like mid girls. You ain't saying nothing with that. That's why I feel like when people tell guys to lower their standards, I feel like they're being a little disingenuous, because they try to make it seem like the average dude is really holding out for Instagram models and the pretty girl, the bad bitch. Dude, no. I think most men would be more than satisfied with the average tier girl, or a mid girl, as people like to say nowadays, who just, you know, overall isn't a crazy bitch or something, right? Like an average girl who's not crazy and is compatible with your lifestyle. That's a dream come true. that's a dream come true right there. But when people tell you to lower your standards, they really mean fuck a fat bitch. I just wish people would be honest. They're not being honest when they say that. They try to make it seem like your standards are too high, but I think most men tend to have reasonable standards. It's just that we have the unfortunate position of being the less desirable
How'd that bum get in here anyway?
sex
No idea.
overall. Oh, this is the cool homeless guy.
don't suppose you'd buy an old man a can of coffee, eh?
So he's a bum, but secretly he's a kung fu master, and he will teach you a new technique at some point in the game. I'm almost broke too. What have I been buying? The fuck I've been spending my money on? I think I've been rolling through the game too fast. That's why.
I guess I'll take this over to him.
Yeah, I've been going through the game too fast.
Here.
Oh. That's so warm.
That's gotta be nice, especially for cold hands.
Mister, where do you live?
I'm homeless.
This here harbor. Long about 3 years, I reckon.
I'm homeless, youngster.
Really?
I pooped behind that building over there.
Well, take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself, OG. Is that a Shiba Inu? Yeah, I think it is. Or something similar. The Bushwood dog. Man, I went to the gas station one night, and it was just, I don't know if he was homeless, but he was out there begging. And he he said basically he was like, can I get a little change? Can I get a little money to buy a sandwich? And I was like, all right, I think I had $1 for him or something. This motherfucker had the nerve to say, he had the nerve to complain and say, I can't buy a sandwich with $1. That shit blew my fucking. I was like, this dude out here begging, and you gonna complain because I'm gonna give you $1? I said, man, you better add that shit. You better add it with what you got and what you gonna get. I know. I shouldn't even give him that damn $1 after he said that shit. I swear to God, dude. I told him, man, add it with what you got and what you gonna get. Like, you know how this shit go. But most of the time, I don't even give motherfuckers any change or nothing like that. Because most of the time, they gonna buy drugs with it. I guarantee you he put that money towards drugs or alcohol. They say sandwich or food to get sympathy, but most of the time it's for drugs. He was like, he said, I can't buy a sandwich with $1. I was like, the nerve of this nigga. What?
Excuse me.
Yes, what is it?
You ungrateful
I need to
bum.
find warehouse number 8.
Where was it anyway? Oh, yes. To the left as you leave here. There's a long line of warehouses. It's the last one.
I see. Thank you.
Oh, isn't that a map over there?
She's trying to be smart. It's a map over there, young man. This is the cafeteria for the workers. Oh, no running inside allowed. I see. I couldn't believe that shit. I looked at him, I said, man, you take what I'm gonna give you and add it to what. Cause I know you out here begging. You get $1 from me, 50 cents from him, $2 from her. But really, let's be real. You get all this and add it up and buy a crack rock. But let's say he was gonna buy a sandwich. Look, you get $1 from me, $1. You add it up. And he was like, all right. Oh, boy. I could not believe the nerve of that motherfucker. I could not believe it. It's like these motherfuckers done forgot the art of begging, the art of being homeless. If I give you a quarter, bro, you ought to jump for joy. That's a quarter closer to getting your fucking fix. Ungrateful son of a
Excuse me.
bitch.
Yes? What is it? Is this warehouse number 8?
That's right.
I have business with someone in warehouse number 8.
Do you have an appointment?
No.
If that's the case,
Neat girl date
sorry,
night. If
but
you ever
no
played
one's
it,
allowed
too bad
in
women like
without
that don't
permission.
leave the house. LMAO, laughing my ass off.
Is there a man who
LMAO.
goes by the name Chen here?
Neat girl date
Chen?
night.
can't say I've ever heard of that name.
What is that?
Are you sure?
Is it an anime
Well,
or a
There are
manga
a
or
lot of
something?
people who come and go around here. Ain't no damn way to remember everyone's name.
I see.
But I wouldn't hold my breath holding out for the mythical neat girl or hickey girl. I think we were having a conversation similar to this on 4chan a little while ago. But the truth is, if you have a girl that's even decent looking, for guys like us, her SMV is far greater than ours. They still have their pick of the litter when it comes to men. I don't mean to be too pessimistic about this shit, but it is what it is. That's why I don't hold out for shit like that. And a lot of times girls, they'll use that type of stuff. Like, if you do find a girl who's like that, a lot of times they're using it as a gimmick. Girls like that are out in the open, they tend to exaggerate their loneliness and things like that. Because regardless, if you find a girl who's a neat or introverted, hickey, or whatever, the simple fact is always that she can put in the least amount of effort and get tons of options and dating options with men like it's nothing. And most women know and understand that. And her brain is calibrated for that. So you're not gonna swoop in and be her neat loser hero boyfriend. I'm the one who gets her. I'm the one who it don't work like that. Oh, there's Mark. He's a significant character. What are we doing here? God, look, this place is... Ugh. Oh, I remember now. They wouldn't let me in, so I got to sneak into the warehouse number 8. It's the wrong warehouse anyway, but we still got to do it. Oh, that's going to be my boss in a couple days. I gotta get to the point where he has a job. That's when you're really gonna see the bullshit. Not the bullshit, but the how should I say? That's when you're gonna that's when you're really gonna see the monotony of this game. When you get a job. It's kind of fun though, trying to meet quota. This is warehouse number 8, right? Made friends with old homeless man living in Harbor.
Excuse me. How do I get in here?
It's dangerous in here, so only authorized personnel are allowed entry. I can't let you in.
I see.
I'm gonna go in anyway.
Hey, you! Hey, you're not authorized. You can't be here without authorization.
I wonder if there's another way in.
I wonder what type of weapons this security guard has. Oh, he ain't got shit. Welcome to Japan. Now, when I first came back
I
here,
know
I don't
from
think
Leo,
that little
I'll
box
need
was
to boost
there.
myself up there.
You know, Rio is a bad boy too. Look at him sneaking into a warehouse without permission. You're breaking the law. We got block puzzles now. Oh, this is cool. I love this. I like my anime characters to be like Genghis Khan and fuck half the world. They don't have to be a complete man slut. I just want to see a normal teenage boy and how he would react when girls are throwing him sex, when girls obviously like him. And I've always held Gantz in high regard because I think it was the most realistic representation of a teenager, and how he dealt with his particular romantic options within the anime, because he lost his virginity when this slut girl pretty much just threw him pussy. The only thing about it was that I think she was a little bit too attractive to make it realistic, but I'll take it because at least I think he responded in the way a lot of teenagers would. If you throw a teenage boy some pussy, a lot of them gonna take it, and he took it. The girl that he liked that was popular, the Stacy, didn't like him back. And so he ended up having to settle for the average plain Jane girl.
I wonder if there are any clues here.
But he still loved her because, like I said earlier, most guys would be more than happy with a mid-level girlfriend. And that's exactly what she was. He couldn't get to Stacy, but he got him his own little mid-girl who gave him a blowjob. At one point in the story, I never forgot that. I was like, "Damn, that's so cool." I've never seen this in a fucking manga before. Like this dude, he was just chilling in his room, getting head from his girl, in between hunting for aliens, which was the whole point of the manga. But you know, in his downtime, he get his dick sucked by his girl like a normal teenage boy would if he had a girlfriend. He ain't out here running from pussy.
There probably aren't any clues here.
He said, "Hey, I got a girlfriend. I'm gonna get my dick sucked." Like a normal teenage boy would. But if you a Goku type,
I hear voices.
or a
There's someone
Luffy
there.
type,
When you look at this invoice,
you're not allowed to
the
like
address
pussy.
is wrong.
So it is.
I've asked them 1,000,000 times to get it right.
Yeah, it says right here, Old Warehouse District. What are they thinking?
I'm here eating
Can
peanut
you
butter.
call over to the old warehouse number 8?
Okay, got it.
So there's another warehouse number 8. I'll need to find the old warehouse district.
So we're here looking for warehouse number 8. The one we just went into is not the right warehouse number 8. It's warehouse number 8, but it's the new warehouse number 8. We got to find the old one that's in the bad part of the harbor, the bad part of the neighborhood. The cool thing about this game is that you can skip quite a few clues if you look in the right places. Like when you look at the notebook here, you see a lot of blank spots, right? See, look, a whole blank page. A lot of those blank spots are clues that you can just pretty much skip over if you are able to find the clue that will get you to where you want to be quicker. Like, look, here's a whole 1 page, 2 page, 3 page, 4 page, 5 pages of emptiness, right? Those were clues that I didn't need to find, but would have helped me find what I needed. But because I've beaten this game several times before, I kind of already have an idea of what to look for and the places to look. I still get lost every now and then though, but That's part of what makes this game quite a bit longer. When you don't know exactly who to talk to, and a lot of those clues kind of send you on wild goose chases. But like, let's say to get from point A to point B, you only have to talk to 2 people, right? But if you don't know that, you'll talk to 6 people to get to the same destination. And that's what tends to make advancing the story kind of difficult. But luckily, we already have an idea of what's going on around here. I'm a veteran Shenmue player. They tried to put a supervisor to take all the credit for his 3D work for the FMVs. He protested, but the higher ups at Konami basically said if he wanted credit, he would have to do all the models himself, and he had to sleep at the offices for the better part of a year or two. Damn. Yeah. Nah. I'm good on that. I'm good on that. That's crazy.
Huh? What is it? Is the old warehouse district around here?
This is
the
it.
The old warehouse district is
right behind me.
Take a left down there.
Oh, never mind.
You should see it. All right. Thanks.
But see, you notice that, right? Because I already know where it's at. Talk to him. He points me over here. And we're already there. If you didn't know, you would have talked to like 8 people trying to, well, 8 people who could actually lead you to somebody else, basically. You might really talk to 20 and half of them don't know
Excuse me.
anything.
Do you have business here? I need to ask you something. Do you know the old warehouse district?
The old warehouse district is in back of here. What about it?
How do I get inside?
It's closed to the general public. Only authorized personnel can get in.
I have business with someone inside.
Unless you have an appointment, I'm afraid I can't let you in.
I see.
I'm gonna go in anyway.
Hey, wait! This area is prohibited. No unauthorized personnel. Get out now!
Gotta wait till tonight.
Rio is a bad boy, man. Alright, so we gotta sneak into the old warehouse district so we can meet up with Mr. Chen. Master Chen, I mean. I need a flashlight, though. Oh, I got one. Okay. And the battery, it's full of battery. Okay. That's nice, that's nice. So we gotta wait about 45 in-game minutes. Which is like, what, 2 minutes or something? Let's hang out in the bar till nighttime. Neat Girl Date Night is a good dating sim. It's short, but Kyra is really cute, and I'm sure women like her exist. Maybe. But if she's cute, if she's cute, then I don't know. If a girl is cute, then she ain't that. I'm gonna just tell you right now. If a girl is cute, she ain't. It's never that. But I might be too pessimistic. Remember, I'm Mr. MGTOW Red Pill fuck sex guy over here. But it's like what Coach Greg Adams said one time.
Thank you very much.
You're foolish if you see a cute girl, especially a pretty girl, an attractive girl. Like, this is especially true with like 9s and 10s, but I think the same is true for really decent looking, average, cute girls. Really, if you see one of them and you think they're not connected in one way or another to either a man or multiple men, you're crazy. In today's era, you're crazy. you're crazy. There is. I'm not gonna say there's no such thing, but I wouldn't bet on it. if it exists, it is going to be extremely rare to find a cute girl who is not connected in some way, shape, or form to her to something as far as dating options or men. If not a boyfriend, then it'll be social media or something like that. Like right now, you have people obsessing over that cute black girl Iris on R9K. And you can tell she's either presenting herself or people are presenting her as like this cute, introverted, homely girl, right? But come on now, she's connected to the penis network. I'm telling you, they're all connected to the penis network. If they come outside, they're connected to the penis. If they're online or they go outside for anything, they're connected to the penis network. There is no such thing as the cute, lonely girl that just can't catch a break with me. It don't exist. It's. I don't like to say it doesn't exist, but it might as well not. It's so rare. It's so rare, man. And the problem is, once you found them, you know. Hold up. How do I even get in here again? Oh wait, that's not the right one. Okay. If you found them, then certainly somebody else had to have found them as well.
Hello? Oh. Whew, that was close. Okay, now's my chance. Huh? There's some writing.
Here's the stealth
Warehouse
section,
number
everybody.
6. No, not here.
It's time for stealth games.
Security guards. I can't let them catch me.
If a homeless person asks you money for food, never give them any money. Yeah, I'm sticking to the rules now, bro. I'm sticking to the rules. And you know what? It's not even because I wouldn't want to help them, but it's because they don't want to help themselves. Most of the time, they're just going to use it to buy drugs. I tried to give that guy the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, here's one on me. And he had the nerve to be ungrateful for that. From now on, I ain't got shit. From now on, I don't have shit for anybody. I better know you personally. I better know you if I don't know you, I ain't giving you nothing. You know, I ain't giving you nothing. Well, okay, if you ask specifically for food, you know, like if it's like, okay, I can go buy the damn sandwich and give it to you. Okay, at least then I know you're not gonna go sell this cheeseburger, like the crackhead in Menace to Society. He tried to sell a damn cheeseburger. But as far as putting money, cash money, in a homeless person's hands, never again. After that, never again. You try to be nice to people and they don't even appreciate it. And he probably still took it and just added it to his little crack fund fix, his little crack fix fund. So you're absolutely right. Never again. Never again. He fucked it up for all other homeless people. I already barely did it as it is. The one time I tried to help a homeless brother out, and then he got the nerve to have a goddamn attitude. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe the nerve that nigga. I swear to God, I could not believe the nerve of that nigga. Here you are begging. Here you are begging. You upset because I'm about to give you $1. I wish I had $1 right now. Dude, please don't come back here. Please don't come back here. Thank you. Shit. I'm right there. Goddamn forced stealth section.
Yes, this is warehouse number 8.
Okay, we made it. Oh great, the door is unlocked. That's real smart. She likes guns, old video games, and weird anime and shit. Makes me wonder how to pick up girls like her. I go to the local retro game shop I live by at least once a week, low key hoping for a neat girl. Oh boy. But look, don't give up hope. Don't be like me. I gotta always remind you guys, like I'm probably too pessimistic about this shit. And if you're willing to try and put in work and effort, you can find success in dating. Don't listen to me. Don't be too discouraged by the shit that I say. Cause with me, a lot of it is just that I'm not willing to put in really any amount of effort. Cause I don't care. You know, when you're fine with being a virgin, when you're comfortable with being single and even preferred in a lot of ways, it's easy for you to just always see the bad and to pretty much just not want to put in any effort. If I had to say anything was wrong with me as far as dating is concerned, I just don't want it bad enough. So definitely don't let me discourage you. But damn. Oh man. Don't let me discourage you. Unless you want to be a 30-year-old virgin playing Shenmue at 2 or 3 in the morning and a terabyte of porn on his external hard drive.
What a huge pot.
But you know what? It's what's funny about what you said, I was at I could have sworn there was more stuff in here last time I played this game.
What's inside here? Lots of pots in here.
Oh, this is like in Resident Evil when you can examine items and they'll
There's a
comment
lot
on
of
it.
stuff here.
This is a creepy warehouse. Look at this view though. This camera is nice. I was using the D-pad to move the whole time. What the hell was wrong with me? Oh, but I made a thread on R9K talking about what happened to me today. And so I've been going to the library with my niece to help her study for world history. And there's been this cute girl there pretty much every day, right? And she's there by herself. I'm not sure what her race is. She looked, maybe, my gut feeling tells me she's Hispanic, but she looks like a mix of Hispanic and Caucasian, but you know, cute, long hair, brunette, attractive, right? But not like too attractive, not like pretty girl attractive, just
Chin-san?
QTs, absolute QT. I put it like that. She was QT.
It won't open.
And when I saw her, she's that type of girl that guys talk about when they say that cute, quiet girl in the library that I'm thinking about talking to, right? Kind of like what you're talking about, you know, as far as going to these retro gaming stores, whatever. That, you know, like she had that type of look. Maybe a bit more attractive than what you're talking about, but she had that QT, introverted, I'm just at the library studying, reading type of vibe that guys talk about and dream of, right? That perfect girl to go talk to. And so I see her there one time. The first time I saw her, we had looked at each other briefly, very briefly. But it wasn't like she was checking me out or I was checking her out. It was one of those things. Now, I was checking her out, right, when she wasn't looking. But it was just kind of one of those moments of really a coincidence of meeting eyes, right? Right. Nothing to write home about. But, of course, when you're in these type of situations, your mind tends to wander. Your mind tends to go to those strange places, you know, those that filled with no girlfriend places. And, you know, what if I talk to her? What if I ask her out? What if I say something, right? Hey, look at that girl over there.
The door's locked.
Kawaii. Look at her ass, though. She had a nice butt, too. Hey, you should go say hi. Nah, you know. Oh, she probably has a boyfriend. You don't even, right? The whole couldn't say hello thing, right? But in real life. But me, I'm pessimistic, so I always assume the worst. So I see her that first time and the second time. And today was the third time I saw her. Because she sits in the same spot every day. And it's a spot close to where I like to sit. Because I can get on my laptop and look at porn. Not that I specifically go to the library to look at porn. But, you know, when you're browsing the internet, especially places like 4chan or something, there's a lot of like porn and whatnot. So I kind of go off into the cut just in case I run into some not safe for work content when I'm browsing the internet, especially 4chan. Goddamn, right? I mean, you scroll down and there's a penis over here, tranny porn over there, bare naked ass over here, boobas over here, hentai, right? So I kind of got to position myself, right? And where is this old ass dude at?
I have to find a clue about Master Chin here.
Yeah, we do. But I go there today, and wouldn't you know, her handsome boyfriend walks in and is they're chatting it up for about 30 minutes or whatever. But I see that and I can't help but kind of just laugh to myself because it's like I'm always right. I'm always right about that shit. You finally find that golden opportunity, right? That QT girl in the library all alone, right? Quiet and introverted. The perfect match, the perfect mark. It's time for you to man up and talk to that girl, right? Nah. I'ma wait. Me, I'ma wait and I'ma see.
Are there any clues about Master Chen here?
And wouldn't you know?
What kind of person is Master Chen?
Like Batman swooping down from the sky. Here comes boyfriend man to save the day. So, you know, not that I would have said anything to her anyway. I wasn't even considering, because again, I'm not fucking stupid. I already know how it is. Oh, you broke it. That's a priceless plate. It's the ghost of Bruce Lee.
Wait, Guizan.
What? Master Chen. Master Chen?
You are the young man who has called?
Yes, Real Hazuki. This says, if you ever need help, seek the aid of Master Chen.
May I look at the letter?
Sure.
Yes, this is Zhu's handwriting. But it appears this letter arrived too late.
Yes. This Zhu Yonda, how does he know my father?
Zhu and your father brought back a certain mirror from China.
The mirror? The one that man stole?
It was stolen?
Yes. The man who killed my father, Landi.
Landi.
Do you know him?
Well, I know of him. An organization called Qi You Men. Its leader goes by that name. I hear he's a master of a deadly martial art.
Yes, he used a style I've never seen.
I think we mean the same person.
What does this mean? Please tell me why my father... You needn't tell this boy anything, father. Father?
No, I'm bound by my promise to Zhu Yuanda regarding this boy's father.
But...
Was only one mirror stolen?
Huh?
I'm asking if only one mirror was stolen.
Yes, made of stone, a dragon design.
If so, then there's one more. I believe the Phoenix Mirror.
Phoenix?
A mythical bird of Chinese legend that guards human life.
That mirror? My house?
Perhaps. Find it, and then we'll talk.
Yes. When I do, I'll return.
From now on, telephone beforehand. And remember the password.
You guys like that cutscene? I had to go pee and get something to drink. The Phoenix Mirror must be somewhere in our house. It's my only lead, so I must find it. Okay. So this leads to the search for the Phoenix Mirror. Fantastic.
Thank you, Ine-san.
Damn. That's all I get? Where the money at? And they will 100% use that for alcohol and drugs. Yeah. That's why you see some people, they'll just say, okay, I'll go buy the sandwich. You know, they'll go at McDonald's and they'll buy it for them. But you're absolutely right. I'm never putting money in the hands of a beggar ever again. The only thing I'm putting in their hands is something off the dollar menu.
I should work on my moves.
See, this is what I'm saying. Now I can't spar with Poopson, and I don't know when they're gonna bring that back. I'm so disappointed. God, I wanted some training. I just wanted some training, baby. This homeless dude begged me to give him $2 for the 2 for 3 deal at the gas station. He was standing outside it and pointed to a poster on the window. Yeah, it happened the same way with me. He was standing outside the gas station. He said something about my truck and made a joke about how much gas it probably consumes, which it does. And then that was his segue into begging for money. I gave him the $2 and he walked away. He walked away. Oh my God. Yeah, dude. Nah. I ain't got shit. Nah, bro. I ain't got it. That's not from here on out. He ruined it. And your guy ruined it too. That was even worse than what my guy did in a way, because he just pretty much boldly said, I just lied to you. He went straight to the crack house. I got enough for a rock. Let me go to the crack house. I'm not even gonna waste my time trying to build upon this lie by going into the store. Never again, bro. Never again. These motherfuckers out here are ungrateful. They're ungrateful, and they're drug addicts. Should just been like, I'll buy something for you at the gas station and see their reaction. Yeah, or some BS excuse they'll make up as to why they need to hold the money up. But that's why you'll see those people. Some people they'll go ahead and just buy the food for them. I did that one time though. There's this homeless guy named Chauncey. You know, every community has a known homeless guy.
This again?
And so he was outside the Dollar Tree. Now the $1.25 tree, thanks to inflation. But I digress. He was standing outside the Dollar Tree and he asked me for maybe $1 or $2. And I said, now see, I'm going into the store, right? So maybe I forgot what I said, but I basically told him, nah. I think I said I had my money on a card or something like that. That's a good way to get out of it too. I found. Oh man, I got a card, bro.
What? This again? I should try again.
But I go into the store and I get what I'm going to buy, and I got him a nice ice cold Coca-Cola in a can too. And I just passed it to him on the way out. But you know what's funny? When I gave it to him, he looked so disappointed. He looked so disappointed when I gave him that can of Coke.
I should try again. Nah, not today.
He looked, I mean, he didn't say it, but the look on his face was like, man, I don't want this shit. I want crack money. He didn't say it, but that's the vibe that I got. Was I don't want this shit. I want crack money. I can't sell this can of Coke. I can only hope that he drunk it. That's all I hope. I just hope that he actually drunk that shit. But knowing him, he might have tried to sell that shit for 50 cents. He might have tried to sell it for 50 cents on the dollar. I got this Coca-Cola, man. I wouldn't put it past him. Oh, y'all don't have any new cassette tapes, huh? Damn. Bummer. Let's stop by the arcade. Oh, I gotta go to the bars at night. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm taking a day off from pursuing the killer of my father, and I'm just gonna hang out in Dobuita and talk shit with you guys. No, man, I want crack money. I don't want nothing to drink. Maybe neat girls don't exist, but a man can dream. Maybe if she's sort of super depressed and falls into neatdom, at least a girl who likes the things I like that normal. To be honest, it's depressing about, hey, it's depressing, but what can I do about it? I wouldn't, again, don't necessarily give up hope, but I think that you can find some semblance of the girl that you're looking for, but the aspect of it that you're not going to find very often is the whole, I'm just so introverted and lonely, I don't have access to 100 penises at any given.
QTE.
You're not gonna find that. That's the problem. That's the big problem with that.
I'll try it.
There are girls out there with nerdy interests that are more introverted and kind of keep to themselves, but man, there's always 100 dicks waiting. You're gonna have to compete every time. I got way higher than that. I thought I was doing something too. I was like, yeah, this is gonna be the high score. Damn. Oh, that was cheap, man. Come on. That was fucked up. Come on. I would have had to use both hands. That's so cheap. I would have had to use both hands, dude. That was actually fucked up what they did. Man, fuck this game. That was so cheap. I'm mad about that shit. All right, let me check out these cassettes that I have. Hold up. Goddamn. These streams make me very cozy. I appreciate them. That's exactly what they're there for. It's not about the game. It's about the cozy and the comfy. Cozy and comfy. That's the goal. If any girls show interest, I'll buckle. Hell, I'm into older women like in their 30s and 40s. I don't know if it's a myth, but I heard that they're more chill. I'm not. I don't know, because you're asking the wrong guy. You're asking the wrong guy. I have no experience whatsoever as far as intimacy with women. So I don't know. I would imagine the only thing about it that I would guess is that because older women tend to be more established as far as usually once a woman is in her 30s and 40s, she has a job that she's probably going to be at for a long time, if not the rest of her life. You know, she's kind of settled in, has a place, but I can't say, because it seemed like most of the women that I see are just crazy. To be honest with you, most of the women that I see, if I'm able to get to know them or spend a sufficient amount of time with them, the crazy tends to come out. So I haven't met a chill girl in my whole life. That chill and girl has never been something that I've been able to find at the same time. Kara is cute in a mid kind of way. She's a girl who stinks. Girl who stinks good type of girl. A girl who stinks good. Like a 5'10", but a 10'10". A 5 out of 10, but a 10 out of 10 in spirit. If that makes any sense at all. Yeah. Basically a fantasy. No. But again, it's that's exactly what I always say. Most guys would love to have an average girl who just was not crazy and compatible with their personality and lifestyle. A girl doesn't have to be hot. Average is good enough, but what's really going to make the difference is her personality and her lifestyle, her character. That's what really concerns me the most. I mean, if dating was just about looks, then I wouldn't be so pessimistic. But when you throw in the fact that you got to find somebody that you're compatible with and somebody that's of good character, man, that's the big one. And I think too often I just see women drop the ball in that department because they just want to be fucking crazy. But my environment is uniquely fucked up because I live in a black community, so maybe it's a black thing. My friends always told me I do better in a different environment. I don't know, maybe a femboy or a trans girl or something is more likely to be the kind of neat girl type I'm looking for, since a lot of them tend to express that kind of lifestyle. I mean, I don't know if I'm fully okay with the sexually shift. I mean, maybe I can look past the PP. I don't know if that makes me bi. Maybe. It's crazy though. That's exactly what I was thinking when I was going through my little bi-curious phase. Because I think that's part of the appeal of the femboy and the trap, the trans, is that I think the idea that guys have is that on one hand, you'll get something cute to fuck. Yeah, it's not a girl, but hey, close enough. But it'll have the more down to earth. I don't know if that's the right way of saying it, but you just assume that they're going to be easier to get along with because they're a guy like you are. You assume that they'll be easier to talk to and it'll be overall less complicated. And I think there's a lot of truth to that, because even when you're talking about like, let's say male to female transsexuals, right? Even though they might have transitioned to a quote unquote woman, they've still been raised and socialized as boys or men. And a lot of that never really goes away entirely. A lot of that never goes away entirely. But I do think that's part of the appeal, because that's why I considered it as an option for a while too when I was younger.
I love these. Maybe just one.
Because really, there's a lot of unique. There's men and women are just inherently different, not just in terms of our biology and our hormones, but how we're socialized and raised.
What? This again? I should try again. Nah, not today.
And I think that kind of creates a gap in the understanding of one another. That's why you notice that you hear guys say, "How do I talk to girls?" Right? In regards to finding a girlfriend or flirting and whatnot. You don't hear guys say, "How do I talk to guys?" And that's true whether you're talking about gay men trying to date men or just straight men trying to make friends with other guys. We don't ask shit like that. We don't ask, "How do you talk?" Because to talk to guys, you just talk to guys. You just be a normal motherfucker. Right? It's easy because we're all men and we just naturally have a connection with one another because of the shared experience of being a man. Where's that damn gambling place at? Oh nah, I'll go broke going there. Never mind. I'm trying to wait for the bars to open so I can do nothing in there.
Hi, Ryo.
Akemi-san.
Oh, that's Akemi. That's the girl that Fukusan likes.
You're still a minor. Ine-san's worried, you know.
Alright.
But I think the problem with the whole going after the femboy, the trans, trap, they're all basically the same shit, more or less. The problem with that I've noticed is that they tend to have a lot of sexual market value, just like a girl would. Maybe not as much, but I think that pedestalizing them, you kind of make the same mistake that guys make when they where they fantasize about that lonely, cute, introverted girl. It's that same sort of mistake where you think just because she's not conventionally attractive and doesn't live the lifestyle of a normal girl, that, you know, that's going to be your way in. And I think that you can make that same mistake when you try to target femboys or twinks and traps for that, as a dating option.
No way. You're working with Landy?
He really jumped to conclusions here.
If I was. Why, you...
You'll find a lot more success fighting if you just mash the punch button. If I'm being completely honest.
If I continue, then I'll fail as your bodyguard. A bodyguard? Father told me to guard you. What? Calm down. If you don't live, it'll be a problem for us.
What you mean?
You still don't realize your role, do you?
My
If
role?
Ron D gets that mirror, no one can stop him. Hurry and find that mirror before they suspect anything.
Oh boy.
Landy-sama, the Phoenix Mirror?
Oh boy. That rat bastard. But again, I always gotta say this. Don't listen to me. You don't gotta be pessimistic as pessimistic as I am. I'm just telling you what I've observed. I think guys make the mistake of thinking that traps are gonna be the easy way out. You know, it's not a girl, but I get something cute to fuck. And it wouldn't be as it wouldn't be as high maintenance and demanding as a cute girl. You know, the dynamics of the relationship is gonna be different, right? So I get where guys come from when they look at it like that, because that was my thoughts exactly. But you gotta understand is if a guy is cute enough to the point where he could achieve the coveted title of trap, then his sexual market value is pretty high. It's pretty high, especially if he chooses to take advantage of it. And like I said in that video,
work on my moves.
Like I said in the video when I was talking about why I wouldn't fuck a trap, you know, most of them who are really dedicated to having that kind of appearance, they tend to be attention whores, if not straight up sex workers to some degree, right? Posting nudes, doing sex streams and making porn, escorting, whatever the case may be.
I can't reach it.
A lot of them tend to be attention whores.
What's this? What's this doing here?
But it's an option. It's an option. Don't get me wrong. It's an option. But even then, I think I would be concerned over how practical of a relationship it would be long term. Because what if at some point you want kids and whatnot? And the thing is, a lot of guys who are into like who would even consider a tranny or a trap as a relationship partner, a lot of times, you know, they still like regular girls, and so are you going to completely shut off that option of having a family with a girl to have unlimited butt sex with a man? You know, I mean, if you're 100% gay, then it's pretty much a no-brainer, right? But I think if you like girls as well as, you know, traps, then you got a little bit more to think about. That's why you see with a lot of one thing you'll see with a lot of bisexual girls, you'll see them hook up with girls and shit like that, but most of the time they're not going to get married to a girl. They're not going to try to have a family with the girl. Now a hardcore lesbian would, because that's her only option, but it seems like when somebody is bi, they're much more likely to end up with the opposite sex. And I think statistics prove this as well. So I think guys a lot of times are the same way. If a guy is bisexual, more than likely he's probably just going to be hooking up with dudes on the side while dating women in between that. But that's a very being bi can mean so much as far as how your preferences lean. So I have to generalize there, but it's an option. It's definitely an option. I mean, they can hug and kiss and fuck. I mean, if they cute, they cute. That's all I'm saying. Look, man, I feel the same way though. I feel the same way. Cute is cute, man. It's definitely some cute guys out there. There are some cute fuckable guys out there, but I'm just not interested. I'm just, you know, I've grown past, you know, wanting to experiment and all that shit. When I was younger, I was definitely more open to it, but the thing is, as I've gotten older and I've realized what's really important to me, you know, I'm just not interested. My goal at this point, as far as sex is concerned, is to keep my sex life as simple as possible, if I have sex at all. So and honestly, trying to date both men
What's this key for?
And women, it just seems so messy, you know? Because whether you date men or women, there's unique bullshit that comes with both of those options. So if you're doing both, you're dealing with two different worlds of bullshit.
This
basically
may come in handy.
You get the best of both worlds, but you get the worst as well. So I'd rather keep shit simple by sticking to one gender if I am gonna date or have sex. But that's just me. I would never want to do both. I gotta pick one over the other, and if I gotta pick, it's gotta be girl. Even though girls are awful, I'm playing. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But you know, it's a lot of girls can come with a lot of bullshit. You know, but damn, but damn, be ever unyielding. Girls can come with a lot of bullshit, but they are still amazing creatures. Still amazing creatures, and yeah. I find it funny though, cause it seemed like now they're like a lot of guys kind of have that a lot of guys are like opening themselves up to being willing to date a guy as long as he's cute. Like that the whole trap thing is really that whole trap phenomenon has really done some interesting things to men, I would say. Cause even what's the guy's name that was just in here earlier? What's his name? He was just here. I think it was Dubs the Wizard. At one point, he was trying to hit on a
think I'll warm up a bit.
A femboy that he was in. There was a classmate or something. But then he ended up. What happened? He hooked up with some girl, gave him pity sex. But I am seeing more and more guys who are like, "Hey, if he cute, then
this sword, it has."
Why so late? I waited until 12:25. I thought you weren't coming. I was gonna be here around 12. That's funny that you left right then, because that's when I was gonna start the stream. But I realized that my PS4 controller the battery was close to dead. And the way my setup is, it's not convenient for me to have it plugged in, because my USB cord is pretty short. So I wouldn't have been able to comfortably play the game and have the controller charging at the same time, basically. So I said, okay, I took like 30 minutes and just let the controller charge up, and then I got on. So I think I started streaming around like 1.
What's this slot for?
A little bit after 1 or something like that. I don't even know what was like 4 o'clock by now. Oh damn! Yeah.
It's here for a reason. Should I put something in here?
The sword, you goofball. But yeah, basically, yeah, I was late because the controller was dead and I needed to let it charge up for a while. And I woke up kind of late too. I didn't wake up until 11. Because I went to sleep early. I wasn't feeling good, and so I took a nap. And I woke up around like 11. And so I was like, oh, I better stream tonight for the guys. 4chan distracted me for a while when I was setting up, and then I finally realized the controller was about dead, and that's pretty much what happened. I'm missing something here.
I should work on my moves.
No, you shouldn't. Basically, at this point in the game, we're looking for the Phoenix Mirror, which is some super magical mirror or something.
Why is there a slot here?
Alright, I don't think I have everything that I need. I need the hand guard, but I forgot where it's at. Well, let's go looking. Let's go rummaging through Dad's belongings. I'm 22, so I still have that drive. It's hard for me to just go, it is what it is. With these scenarios, I tend to listen to sad grunge music and brood a lot. Yeah, hey, look, I always tell you guys, don't try to be like me. Do not try to be like me. I've gone to the extreme when I never really had to. You do not have to be like me. You always, like, when I talk about this shit, you got to take it with a grain of salt, because it's easy to be pessimistic about shit that you don't need. If you really deathly, like, goddamn, I need a girlfriend, I need to have sex, I'm not the guy to listen to, because I'm somebody that truly believes, and my experiences have told me that I don't need those things. And so it's easy for me to focus on the bad and to not try and stuff like that, because I don't need it, right? I don't got to go through that. I don't got to go through all the trouble of trying to date and taking risk and putting in effort and all that. That's disgusting to me. Just being right. I don't have to do all that shit. So I'm just not the guy to go to. If you want motivation, I'm not the guy to go to. As far as like motivation to date, do not listen to me. Do not listen to me. I can give you like certain like types of advice as far as what to look out for and whatnot. But the thing about me is, I'll put it like this. If you really want it, don't let me discourage you. The only thing you should listen to me about then is maybe certain things about like different traps that guys tend to fall into when it comes to dating. Because I think that's more universal. That's more in like red pill territory. I think that's shit that men need to know anyway. Like if I say, hey, you should probably ask the girl, or you should probably get tested for STDs, or at least know her status before having sex. That's just good sense. That's not me being pessimistic. That's me being concerned for your health. That's me prioritizing your health over busting fat nuts inside girl hoes, you know? I could turn the light on? That's cool. Always maintain composure and presence of mind. I like that. I'm gonna remember that. Or one thing with my friend, right? He's in a very toxic relationship. I always tell him, hey, look, man, you got to get out of this relationship. She crazy. You're going to be miserable inside this relationship. But he won't listen to me. Me saying that's not me being pessimistic. That's just, that's just good sense. Everybody that knows him, from me, his parents, even my mom, damn, even my niece knows that he needs to break up with her. So that's not pessimistic Chad Marco trying to discourage you. That's just me giving you good, just really just common sense advice. Don't date crazy girls, right? Or if I say, hey, get to know the person before you, again, that's just good sense. But when I say, oh, there's a 90 to 95% chance you'll get rejected, she got a boyfriend. All right, now I'm being pessimistic. It's true, but if you want it bad enough, that's not going to matter. And I think you got to be able to tell the difference. If you want it bad enough, the chance of failure shouldn't matter to you anyway. But since I don't want it bad enough, I see a 90% chance of failure as, okay, well, fuck that. Oh. Let me see here. Apparently, OBS just disconnected temporarily. Where the hell is that damn handguard at, though? I'm tripping. Oh, the bars are open now, too. Let's go to the club. That was the whole point. That's the main thing I wanted to do. I want to go to the bars tonight. I frequent the library and cafe a lot myself. However, I never see any cute girls who also normally go to those places. Lots of Asian girls, but I'm not into them. I'm not a big fan of Asian girls either. When it comes to races of girls that I like, I'm not saying I don't like Asian women, but they're at the bottom of the list for me. Asian girls can be very cute, but they tend to not have great bodies from what I've seen. I've looked at a lot of Japanese porn, JAV, and I swear it's so hard to find a Japanese porn star with a big fat ass. I mean like a nice fat ass like you see in America. Like you can find plenty of black girls, white girls, Latina girls who have great hourglass shaped fat asses. It's hard to find that shit in Japanese porn, or maybe it's because they prioritize boobas over everything. So maybe that's it too, but I don't know. It's something about Asian women. Maybe that's how Asian women feel about Asian men, or how most women feel about Asian men. Not saying I wouldn't date them or give them a shot though. She's cute and whatever. I'm just saying they're at the bottom of the list, but bottom of the list don't mean much.
Excuse me.
Hey there, you're still a minor, ain't ya? Sorry, kid. But come back when you're 20 years old, okay?
All right. See you.
Yeah, when I say bottom of the list, don't worry about it. I would still gladly date and fornicate with an Asian woman. They're just not what I think about when I'm contemplating that feel with no girlfriend and fantasizing about imaginary situations of interacting with women. That was a small bar too. We really all live the same life, all the same thinking patterns, dead ass. There's nothing new under the sun, Fizzle. We all finna wait till they make androids, huh? That's what I'm waiting for. Or for a girl to just throw me the pussy. If a cute girl would just throw me the pussy,
Excuse me.
Good evening.
I give her a chance.
Have a seat anywhere. Here is a song list. Choose a song.
No, I'm not here to sing.
Uh-huh. Why not?
Oh, this is a karaoke bar.
But I have some customers to take care of, so Could you leave?
Could
All
you
right.
leave?
See you then.
Look at those bottles back there. They're not even 3D rendered. They're just flat textures on the wall. See, that's how you know you're in the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast PlayStation 2 era. What was this? The 6th generation of gaming? Oh god, you don't see stuff like that anymore. Well, okay, maybe every now and then, but depending on the game. I would like to think that we've evolved past flat textures that are just pictures of stuff. Oh, this is the famous Yoskasa bar. Yoskasa.
Hello there.
Oh, great.
Hi, Rio. Fukusan called here for you. Maybe he's looking for you.
That was just an excuse to talk to Akemi.
Get out. It's not like that. I've had it with men.
Quit lying, girl.
Wow.
So, what did Fukusan want?
Oh yeah, he said friends of yours are waiting at your house.
Probably Naoki. I'm on my way.
Oh, crap.
I need to get home.
See, that's what I'm saying. So I was just randomly going into these bars, and now there's this event
I'm back.
that I could have missed.
Naoki and Ichiro are here to see you.
So Ryo's friends have come over to talk to him.
What?
Akemi from Yokosuka Bar. Did she say anything about me?
Oh boy.
No. Nothing.
Nothing.
Really?
I'm sorry, Fukusan. Damn. Fukusan, just talk to her. Spit some game.
Yo.
Oh, the bros are
Don't know
here.
Me. What's with you, man? What are you talking about?
You. Fukusan is worried about you, man.
He sent to check up on you.
Fukusan did.
Everything is cool.
We know you like to do things alone.
But we're old friends. I know. But I really am okay. Well,
Look at, look at that fake smile.
If you get in trouble, let us know.
Okay, I will.
But this is one of the cool things about the game. When you take the time to explore and just look around, you know, little random events
Seriously.
happen like this.
Don't forget. Okay.
Events that you would have missed otherwise, just rushing through the story. That's why it does pay to just take time out and just walk around and talk to people and shit. Now let's go back to the to the bar area. I'm sure if I buckle down and go to the gym and shit, I could climb out of the pit of despair, as I call it. I'm not like super ugly, just unkempt. A lot of my shit is mental anxiety, depression. Yeah. And at that age, I think I was around the same. I think I had to deal with a lot of the same issues. That's around the time I went to the mental hospital, actually. So there's nothing new under the sun. I would highly suggest making working out a regular part of your schedule, though. It really changed my life. It's like it's a natural free antidepressant. I always feel better after I work out. Always, without fail. And I would say a good 30 to 45 minute workout. An hour if you're feeling like Goku. That's all it takes. But 30 to 45 minutes. Is all it takes. I mean, I feel, oh man, so much better. I feel more relaxed. My body feels cleansed of toxic energy. My mind feels clear. My body just feels ready for the day. Oh, here's another random event.
Hey, kid, out of my way.
What are you doing? Hey, stop, kid! Ah!
Hey, are you okay?
Damn! Get away! Just leave me alone!
Well, that meant nothing. That was nothing. But hey, stuff happens. They're trying to show you that, hey, shit happens in the world. Oh, hell yeah. Now, this is the fancy bar right here. This is the classy place right here. This is where you want to be, the MJQ bar. Oh, yeah, these two Americans right here, they'll give you a clue if you can sink the... They have some type of pool game set up. And you got to hit a difficult shot, and they'll give you a clue. If not, you got to give them money. I ain't dealing with them, though.
Hello. Hey, see you around.
It's a nice bar, though. I wish, because I don't drink, so I can't go to places like these and really be comfortable. I wish there were places like, maybe like a video game arcade or something, like a bar, but with video games instead of alcohol. You can have alcohol there too, but a place where I can just kind of hang out and do something. I'll have something to do other than drink, because I don't drink. This guy is fucked up too. He is total. Completely wasted, man. I'm wasted, man. I think there's another bar too. Oh yeah, this is the underground right here. Berkeley. This is the bar where you get stabbed at.
Look at the time. I really should go home early today.
Nah, we should go to this bar. Let's stay out all night and hang out in dangerous city bars. You know what's funny?
You're proving to be real thick. You're back?
I ain't talking to you, bitch. One thing that's funny about this game is that they have atmospheric noise in the background to suit the environment. And so in some of these places, if you listen, you'll hear very light chatter, chit chat. And obviously that's to make these environments feel more realistic. You go into a bar, there's going to be talking in the background. But sometimes you go to these areas and it's completely empty other than the person working there. And so it's like, why is there the noise of people talking in the background? Oh, man. Gotta appreciate the little things. Or the little oversights.
Maybe just one song.
Let's play my favorite song. I'll turn it up for the game. Oh man, that's fantastic. It's just a simple loop, but it really sets the mood. But yeah, Fizzle, I highly suggest setting up a workout regimen and sticking to it as much as you can. It'll do wonders. Add a few good habits to your life, like working out, reading, drinking more water, taking vitamins and whatnot. It's a step in the right direction. I just don't want to online date. That shit is basically an 80% chance of ending up as an NTR story. Hey, look, a lot of people are meeting and using online, but I think just like anything else, the problem with it is just the ratio of single men, single desperate thirsty men versus single women is just completely unbalanced. You know, I think if you're like me, and a lot of guys are, where you're completely outside of the realm of dating and you're trying to work yourself in, you gotta accept that you're gonna have to compete. It's a competitive game where women have the advantage and they have the options, and so you gotta. And that's why I can't. That's why I just can't do it. It's so imbalanced. It's so out of our favor. I can't get myself up to play a game like that. But don't listen to me. Don't listen to Mr. MGTOW. I'm just saying. But I think that's the attitude you gotta have. You know, people always say personality is important, but I think attitude is really more specific to what guys need if they want to be successful. You gotta have the kind of attitude like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I'm gonna put in the work. I want it. I'm gonna make it happen, and I don't care about rejection. I'm gonna put myself out there. I'm gonna get to know people. Like you have to. I think when it comes to dating nowadays, bro, you have to approach it like you're learning a new skill, like a whole new skill, like learning the piano or something. Like really starting from scratch and knowing that you're gonna have to dedicate yourself to the game. Because that's really what it is now. Now, you could get lucky and find success earlier than what you expect. Or you could be unlucky and find success later than what you really would want. But I think that's the kind of attitude you got to have. You got to have, it's not easy for a guy who's completely out of the game to just jump in and find success, just like a lot of things in life. So if you want it bad enough, then I think, it's possible. Maybe, but you got to have the right attitude, and you got to be willing to compete. You got to be willing to play the game, and that might mean going outside your comfort zone and doing things that you've never done before, or investing in time, investing significant time and effort into improving yourself so you can have access to better options and quality of women. Putting in effort as far as putting yourself in different situations where you can meet and get to know women, taking advantage of online dating and dating apps, just doing anything you can. But that's if you want it bad enough, I crave hugs and all that lovey-dovey shit a little more than sex. Yeah, I guess for me, it's more about the overall girlfriend experience. I think that would be nice. I'm not so jaded as to, or like, I'm not going to cope and lie and say like, I wouldn't like those experiences. I don't need them. But when I do think of it, yeah, it's the overall girlfriend experience. That's why paying for sex, going to a hooker or something really just has no appeal to me. Has no appeal to me because I think that the entirety of the girlfriend experience will be much more meaningful. And those are the type of memories that I would like to have for sure. If I am going to involve myself with sex and dating, I want it to be a consensual relationship type of situation, not a hookup, not a pay for play, none of that. Give me GF or give me death. You've been to a mental hospital? Oh, dude, yeah. Oh, You haven't heard. I've been always saying that I'll do the mental hospital episode of the podcast eventually, but I never got around to it. But when I was in my early 20s, I had a mental breakdown, ended up in a mental hospital. I'll go into detail about those experiences later. But long story short, after I got out, they had me on lithium. I didn't like taking pills because it made me gain weight. I stopped taking the pills and I started working out more. I was already working out before that, but I started really going hard with the working out after that, and never looked back. Ever since then, I've been a happy motherfucker. But I wouldn't say it was necessarily that point A to point B ish, but one thing I do remember, my first night in a mental hospital, I felt like I got a demon out of me or something. I felt like I went through an exorcism, and a demon was removed from my body or something, bro. That shit was crazy. But other than that, the overall experience was underwhelming. I wouldn't say they did anything specifically for me. It felt more like I was in detention or time out for crazy adults or semi-crazy adults with issues. But the first night was really the most profound. But I think that was because I had already went through the mental breakdown. And by that night, I felt just comforted by the fact that the state had taken me in and was like, okay, be crazy over here. And it was like, okay. But that, man, I swear, that first night was the most therapeutic, because I felt like I like something just was out of me. And I think the pills that they tried to get me on really made it worse, as far as like the weight gain. But other than that, it's all been uphill since then. We need some catharsis. I kind of fantasize about doing ape shit. Nothing Elliot Rodgers. I ain't finna hurt anyone other than myself, but just start screaming. And that's pretty much what happened with me. I went a little bit further than that, but I didn't hurt nobody. but I did fuck some shit up. It's a whole story. I'll tell you guys someday. But yeah. I did that plus 3. And pretty much had no choice but to go to the mental hospital. I'll put it like that. But ever since then, I've been, you have your regular ups and downs and shit like that. But I don't know. It just seems like ever since then, my mind has just been so much more stable. I don't really get depressed. I don't get depressed anymore. I get bummed out, and I get lazy. And if I overindulge, or if I'm not productive, if I'm not as productive as I feel I need to be, I feel down on myself and shit like that. But as far as like suicidal thoughts or just quitting on life, I don't get to that point anymore. I don't get to that point. The worst I get is bummed out. And I always say this: I haven't had a bad day since Friender died. I haven't had a bad day since my dog died. But other than the death of Friender, life has been good. I can't really complain about anything specifically, because other than that, it's just been like typical small bad shit might happen, but easy to deal with, nothing major, things you can recover from. But yeah. But try to avoid the mental hospital arc if you can. Try to avoid it if you can. You meet some strange people in there. So I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. We're at the 4-hour mark. We had a great stream. I'm glad I was able to bring Shenmue back. I'll see you guys next time on the next stream. I don't know when. Might be today. But I'll see you guys then. Sayonara.